This video is sponsored by SeriousReaders, the lighting company. When building and painting my models, I need good quality light to help me achieve the best painting results and help protect my eyes from strain and damage. Recently, I've been using the SeriousReaders high definition lights for my hobby painting needs. Serious Lights uses daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the natural daylight spectrum as closely as possible. These lights will project a balanced, natural light beam with the added benefits of low heat, low energy, and a full 5-year warranty, including bulb life guarantee. Boasting industry-leading purple LED daylight wavelength technology that deploys specialist phosphors to replicate the daylight spectrum, the high-definition light goes further than ever before to project a balanced, natural light beam on whatever you're doing. Even the smallest of details can be seen crisp and clear, such as the detail on this Orc pilot's face. Such superior lighting will allow you to execute fine detail painting more efficiently for hours on end, safe in the knowledge you're giving your eyes the best quality light possible. SeriousReaders is a British company, and the Serious Lights range is hand-built to order here in the UK with shipping available worldwide. If, like me, you take your eyes seriously, then SeriousReaders has a wide range of lights expertly crafted to your needs. Link in the video description below and in the comments section, and if you use promo code STRIKE6 you'll receive a free compact light with any purchase in the Serious Lights range, including the high definition, the Alex light and classic light. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. Apocalypse is back. It's 12,000 points. Astra Militarum versus the might of the Tau Empire. Right, welcome to another episode of Apocalypse. It's been a while, but we are back. It's Tau versus Astra Militarum. So before I run through the lists here, just mention the patrons at gold level. They get to take part in this battle, the name shouted at the start of our games, and also a patronic dice to use at some point during the game. So that's Andrew Swan, Chris Heim, Bruce Zhao, Carrie Conkle, Thrall of the Silent King, Dave Humphreys, Dylan Moore, Travis and Jen, Longbow BB, Luke Schrengel, Marcus Anthony, Martin, aka Vagabond, Drew Gums, Maxwell Knuckles, Nicholas Lucas, Paul Cook, Peter Almo, Ray Cross, Samuel Penaneri, Scott Costello, the artist formerly known as Veej, Tom Weeks, Tyler Schwab, Tyler Summers, Frank Shepard, and Reed Gardner. At the end of the game, I'll also call out those supporting at silver level, and you can check out the end credits for all the supporters, including those supporting at bronze. And all the proceeds are on the Patreon page. A split 50-50, half goes to SSWG, which is very kindly hosting this game, and then the other half goes to the camera and gear fund to upgrade the equipment on the channel. Alright, so we'll run through the Tau here. There's two players, myself, pretty much commanding my Tau force here, and then Josh Forbes Brown, who has took part in a recent Challenger Scorpion game. He's got his Tau collection, and some of the fun Forge World Tau options as well. We'll run through these lists. It's roughly 12,000 points here for the Tau and for the Guard. So I think this could be it's the second biggest Apocalypse. I think the Orc Apocalypse was the biggest, but this one here is one of the largest we've done. As you see these lists, we'll go through them now. But it's Tau Sept. I'm going to run Tau. Josh will run Tau as well, so the whole army will be united under one Sept for this battle. So with the tower and for the size of the game, we're just going to run through just the units. Not going to go through all the minute details and upgrades and so on these. We have them written down and ready to go, but we'll just for ease of running through these lists, we'll just call out the units that we have. So in command of the tower will be Commander Shadowsun. I think that's fitting here for this game. We're going to run all the tower as Tau Sept, so united together in one Sept here for this battle. So Commander Shadowsun with her drones and upgrades. Then I'm taking my Commander in the Enforcer Battlesuit, being taken as well. Range of weapons and drones for him. Then other HQ choices, a Cadre Fireblade being taken, an Ethereal. Commander Longstrike here, who has the Phoenix Lord Longbow BB with him. So that's HQ choices for my Tau Force. Then on to troops choices, quite straightforward. We're running low on infantry in this game, so one of the things you can do for Apocalypse, just to keep things rolling, and for this particular mission it suits quite well, is to keep the infantry levels lower, and then we're going bigger on vehicles and Titans and so on. So that hopefully will smooth the game, make things a little bit quicker. So quite low on infantry for the Tau, not too many, but 4 squads of 10 Tau Fire Warriors, a couple of DS8 tactical support turrets for them as well, pulse rifles for those, 2 units of 10 breachers being taken as troops choices as well. Then on to elites, it's a squad of 4 Crisis Battlesuits, a mix of plasma rifles and fusion blasters for those, double drones being taken for that squad as well. Then the Fire Knife configuration here, a unit of 3 with missile pods, double fusion blasters and drones being taken for that second squad as well. Then a Forge World model, it's the Hazard Battlesuit with the fusion cascades, I think they're called, double drone being taken for him. Then 2 Firesight Marksmen being taken, just as spotters here to use their marker light ability. Then Stealth Battlesuits, squad of 5. 2 Ghost Kill Battlesuits here, one with the Fusion Collider, and then the other with the Cyclic Iron Raker. Double Fusion Blaster on each of those as well, and then the Stealth Drones being taken also. Then on to heavy support to go alongside Longstrike is 3 Hammerheads. There's a good number of Hammerheads in this game. I'll be running 4 of them, all equipped with rail rifles, smart missile systems on 2 of them, and then the burst cannons on the other 2. Each one's carrying a Seeker missile on those as well. Then onto broadsides, a unit of 2 with a shield drone on each, smart missile systems on high yield missile pods, and a Seeker missile on each of those as well. It's a squad of 2, and then a squad of 3 with the heavy rail rifles, Seeker missile, double plasma rifle being taken on them, and again a shield drone on each of those models. Then taking a Riptide with the Iron Accelerator. 2, I've seen these for years. 2 Skyray missile defense ships being taken, and then finally 1 Storm Surge for this Tau Force as well. It's roughly it's a bit below half of the Tau Force. Josh Forbes Brown has come along. We've seen him on the channel before, recently in a Challenger Scorpion game, but he's brought along much of his Tau collection. So I'll let him run through what he has for this Tau Force.
This is my Tau Force. This is 6,000 points. We have got Commander Darkshard. He's got 4 fusion blasters, one of them being the upgrade alternating fusion blaster. We've got an Ethereal, Cadre Fireblade, and Darkstrider there. We've got 2 squads of 10-man Fire Warriors, each with the DS8 tactical drone and 1 marker drone each. Moving on to elites, we have got the 2 squads of Crisis Suits. So they're all equipped with the Fusion Blaster, Cyclic Iron Blaster, and the Plasma Rifles. We've got 2 marker drones and 2 shield drones on them each. We've got 3 squads of stealth suits with 1 homing beacon each. We have also got 2 Firesight Marksmen. Form a fast attack. We have got a 10-man Pathfinder squad with a shield drone. We've got the Ghost Kill with 2 stealth drones. So we have a Riptide. He has a Ion Accelerator and 2 plasma rifles. He's got 2 shield drones with him as well. Got the Avara with his weapons that he has. We've then got the other Riptide, which has the heavy burst cannon and smart missile pods, and he also has the 2 shield drones with him as well. We have 3 hammerheads, each equipped with the railguns, 2 burst cannons, and 2 seeker missiles each. We then go on to super heavy detachments. We've got 2 storm surges, each equipped with the blast cannons, all the guns that they come with, and then we also have the Taunar. He's got the pulse ordnance multi-drivers, a fusion eradicator, and a tri-axis ion cannon. We then have the Tiger Shark as my flyer. He's got the 2 railguns, 6 seeker missiles, and 2 burst cannons. And then we have the final detachment, which is the fortification network. We have the 2 shield lines with the ports and 1 gun rig.
Right, so that's Josh's list. Big thanks to him for coming down and uniting together. Because Josh united, we stand, and divided we fall. Something the Imperium has to learn, perhaps the hard way. But there's some Phoenix Lords. We put Martin, aka Vagamond, in charge of the... What is this thing again?
Taunar.
The Taunar. Okay. Debut for that on the channel. Great to see that huge towering thing on the board. Then Chef in charge of the Yavara battlesuit. And then across here, Lucas Brown, we've put him on the Tiger Shark here for this game. That's the list for the Tau. This could be this is the largest Tau force I think we've put out in an Apocalypse game. It's great to see them taking part in such a large battle. We'll run through what the Guard have in their list. You can see them across the other side of the board. They've brought a lot of tanks. We'll take a look and see what they have. All right, so James is here, don't worry, but we'll go through his list in just a moment. But Mitch Farrington has turned up with about 6,000 points worth of Guard here. He's gone for tanks. We've told him to do that just for the type of mission that we're playing here. It's a mechanised assault. So Mitch has answered the call and has brought the tanks that you see before you. But we'll let him run through what he has in his list.
So this is my Imperial Guard force, 6,000 points, or roughly. So the Warlord is Knight Commander Pask in a Lima Russ battle tank. There are 3 tank commanders. This one has the Cadian Relic. This one is a Demolisher. This one is a normal battle cannon. There are 9 other Lehman Russes. So there is 2 Annihilators with las cannons, a Plasma Lima Russ, 3 battle tanks, 3 Demolishers. There are 2 Carnodons. This one has 4 las cannons. This one has Volkite. There is a Stormhammer, a Shadow Sword, a Bane Blade, a Storm Blade, a Malcador Defender, a Praetor Missile Launcher, 3 Manticores, 3 Chimeras with infantry mounted inside. This one has Ogrins and a autocannon turret, 3 Sentinels with las cannons, and a Crassus super heavy transport with Scions inside, all armed with hotshot laser rifles. That's it. Oh, and Yarrick.
Yarrick as well. Right, so that's Mitch's list here. Great to see him on the board. And this is the point of Apocalypse. You get to use the bigger models and just to combine your armies together in a big game. So that's the intent here for this battle. There's stuff that I've not seen on the channel before. These are Forge World. Mitch,
So they're Carnodon medium tanks. A bit like a Predator, really. Just the Imperial Guard equivalent of a Predator. So you can take las cannons, auto cannons, multi-lasers, or Volkite like this one.
Yeah, fascinating. Good to see them on the channel. And then, yes, 4 Bane Blades of various configurations as well. But hopefully a chance to see what these big things can do in games as well. We'll go on to what James has in his list. All right, so about 4,000 points of Guard. And then James decided to throw the Titan in as well. So there's a Scout Titan being added in. He said he wanted to add 1 more model. So I said, that's fine. But it was a Titan. So we're about 12. The plan was 10,000 point game. But we've gone for about 12,000 points for this battle. So we'll let James run through his list.
Right, this is my 4,000 points of Cadians Astra Militarum. And we also have the Adeptus Titanicus force as well, 2,000 points, which is the Warhound Scout Titan as well. But we'll talk about that as we go through the list. So you have the HQ command party here. So we have the regimental commander who's leading the force today. He is the Warlord. And he has Grand Strategist, and he also has the Relic to issue orders. We're in range 72 of another Voxcaster. Simple as that. And we have a tactical officer, and that's another patron, George Whitehall. And then we have a command party, and the banner is held today by Tyler Griselli. He is command there. There is a commissar as well. And then I've got 3 squads of veterans. The sergeant here is Drew Gomez, and then we have another specialist guardsman, Donald Hammer. So we have the customised kill team back in action that Maxfield Knuckles has requested. So we have Solomon and Pincus, Sergeant, and then we have Specialist Guardsman Paul Kersey, and then we have Specialist Guardsman Darwood Harshy, and then we have another Specialist Guardsman Crescott Bentley, and then we have another Specialist Guardsman The Rage, and then we have another Specialist Guardsman Shotgun Bill, and then we have another Guardsman First Class Julius Bob, and then we have another Guardsman First Class Gonthor Crumb, and then we have another Guardsman First Class Sammy Grivanko, and then last of all we have Pincus Crabtree Guardsman First Class. And then I've got another few patrons here. So we have Cadian Sergeant Steele, Shay Strait, he's in command of this veteran squad today. And then we have Specialist Guardsman Samuel Rice, who's communications a part of that squad there. I have 4 chimeras as well to transport, so this is a mechanised detachment here. And then Marshal Cummings, who's in command of the reconnaissance force. His speciality is reconnaissance, so Marshal Cummings is in command of these sentinels here. And then we have, I'll go through the super heavies as well. So we have Winston Adkins, who's in command of the regimental Baneblade, which is armed with 4.
That's the debut on the channel.
Yes, on the Apocalypse especially, so I really wanted to use that. And then we have Devin Matthews is in command of this Baneblade here. And then we have Maxfield Knuckles is in command of the Shadow Sword today. I also have 3 Hellhounds as well. And furthermore, we have James Ashfield, who's in command of the Tank Company. So this is a tank commander here. So we have a Phoenix Lord, Michael Fryer, thank you Michael, and then we have Ray Cross, who's in command of this Leon Russ Demolisher here. These are all battle cannon Leon Russes, all WYSIWYG, as you can see there.
Demolishers?
Yeah, they're Demolishers,
Yep.
They're standard battle cannon ones, all with sponsons, everything like that. So then we have 2 more patrons over here with 2 more Leon Russ Demolishers. These are equipped with multi-melters. Devin Matthews is in command here. He is another Felix Lord as well. Yep. So he'll have that. And then we have Joseph Darling, who's in command of that Leman Russ there. And then 2 more anonymous Leman Russes equipped with multi-melters. And then we have Chris Comiskey. He loves his air support. So Chris Comiskey is in command of the Valkyrie Vendetta. And then in transport inside is a unit of veterans with plasma team, and then in command of this force we have Sergeant Peter Nastro. And then over here we have the Warhound Titan. It is equipped with the plasma blast gun and the Vulcan Mega Bolter. So I've gone for this configuration here because it's pretty powerful. There. Do you want me to go through the stats, brother, just quickly?
Yes.
So it's 2d6, strength 9, AP minus 4, 4 damage, or I can supercharge at strength 10, AP minus 4, 5 damage, and maximum of 2 mortal wounds when overcharging with rolls of 1. So in Apocalypse, everyone gets involved on the Patreon page, even the lowest tiers. So I'm going to call them out. So thank you to David Iverson, Zach Butler, Harrison Leach, Ben Wyden, Anthony Leach, Alexander Geith, and then we have Jesse Patton. And then for all the Space Marines, we have Phil Marshall, Joshua Caudle, and Betty Sun. And then those that are Tier 7 plus members, they'll get the larger dice. Thomas Moore, Marcus Fraze, Darren Gardner, Winston Adkins, Dean Lighton, and CJ Velasco. And a special thank you to all those that are supporting me through YouTube membership. So that there, brother, is, of course, we have the doctrines, of course, we have Cadia, of course, you know the rules, brother. We are Cadia, and 36 command points for the whole army. Cadia stands, and for the Emperor! Glory!
Alright, so that's James's list of appropriate chanting, which we've all come to know and love, most of us anyway. This is the goodbye game perhaps for the guard codex. What better way to send them off than to put the Tau against them in the Apocalypse battle. Guard have been in pain for a long time in regards to their codex. The Tau have arrived to put them out of their misery. We'll go on to scenario and deployment for this Apocalypse battle. So for this mission, we're going to play a unique scenario here, something different. We're going to put Tau on the defensive and the Astra Militarum on the attack from 2 different directions is the aim of this game, just to keep things moving, create something different. Usually the Tau go on the attack in the Apocalypse games that we play. We're going to put them on the defensive here, completely on defensive, and the Astra Militarum attacking from both ends. So Tau deployment zone will be on this highway here. The edge of their deployment zone will be running just where those sandbags are across there, and then across the other side here, just at the edge of this raised road running through here. That's their deployment zone running all the way across here. The background story is the Tau invaded this planet. Astra Militarum are fighting back and pushing the Tau back, so the Tau are being oppressed by the Guard. And the Astra Militarum High Command believe that they found a weak point, a place in the Tau battle line that could be split in 2. So you can imagine the Tau force heading off in that direction, heading off in this direction, and then there a pincer maneuver is taking place where the Guard are going to try and assault from 2 directions, coming across from here, and then also attacking from the far end. And the idea is that they cut the Tau army in 2 and meet in the middle as a tactical maneuver to try and disrupt the Tau force and their positions on this planet. So that's the theme that's going on. Aggression from the Guard and the Tau desperately trying to hold ground and prevent their force from being cut clean in half. So this early stage, we'll capture it on camera. We'll see who's going what end and who's going where, who's attacking who, and so on. So one Tau player is going to be going here, and they're going to be facing that direction to try and prevent the Guard armoured assault. The other Tau player, myself or Josh, will go here, and we'll be so the Tau will be fighting back to back like true comrades in arms, and we'll be trying to prevent the Guard from pushing through in this direction. So as both Imperial players are ready to roll up to see where they're going. So James, so the guests can go first. Mitch, on a 1, 2, or 3, you're at that end. On a 4, 5, or 6, you're going to be coming in from that direction. So 4 plus to the left. It's Mitch will be coming on here. So this is his zone. You'll see the deployment bit later on, but he's going to be assaulting in this direction to try and crush the Tau. That means that James will be at this end of the board. And now we'll ask Josh Forbes Brown to roll a dice to see which sector he shall defend. So I think we've just got names for these sectors: the highway and the embankment. So 4 plus embankment. No, Josh is going to be on the highway here, so that means Josh will be facing James. Oh dear. Okay. Yes, so you've got a Titan clash going on. Then I'm going to try and defend the embankment here, this natural bank of earth on this road, to try and halt Mitch's advance with his force. Okay, so players have been allocated to their zones. We've got a good idea of what the scenario is. We'll just cover some more details now. All right, so we've placed objective markers on the board. For this one, because of the nature of the mission, the reward is the highway and the embankment here. The Guard have got to reach this point and try and break through as much as they can. So edge of Tau deployment zone here, and 24 inches away will be the deployment zone of the Astra Militarum, so about here onwards, and then quite high up the board, edge of Tau deployment here, Astra Militarum deploying up to this point, so they're already pushing through quite well. And then for objectives, there's 6 of them on the board, keeping it nice and straightforward, each worth 5 points, some on the perimeter, 1, 2 to defend, then on the embankment, 1 and 2 across there, and then 2 more, one just on this construction across here, and then one just at the foot of the Blessed Imperial statue being watched over by the Golden Space Marine. So 6 objectives, each worth 5 points. There's also another competition going on between the 2 Guard players. Whoever can get the furthest, whoever can advance the furthest will get a bonus, purity seal from the Emperor? Chocolate. James will buy them chocolate. So he'll buy Mitch chocolate, or he'll buy himself a chocolate if he gets further up the board. But that's the mission, that's the objectives, but all the players know what's going on. I think now we'll start at placing units on the board. Right, just mention the terrain that we're using in this game, just to give you an idea of what's going on. The embankment, we play the infantry can get light cover, sheltering behind it, just as a decent level of protection. There's some sandbags and emplacements going on as well across the board. Munitorum armoured containers on this, it's exposed position on top, but it's all scalable, infantry can occupy that, no problem. For the buildings, we'll play those as Munitorum armoured containers, so exposed position on top, infantry can shelter behind. There are some craters which will slow things down, and units can take shelter in those. And then the buildings that you see in this game that we're using is from madgamingterrain.com. Put a link, the link for them is in the video description below. But this is the MDF terrain that's modular. You can build it in different ways, different configurations. You can add on the walkways, the steps, and the stairs. It's magnetized as well, so you can come up with all different combinations. So that's those buildings there. That's all these buildings that you can see across here being used as well. So you can check out madgamingterrain.com for your own supplies of their MDF laser cut terrain. So that's the terrain, quite straightforward. We've left quite a few open areas because a lot of vehicles in this game, just to make it accessible for vehicles moving around. We'll start deploying units on the board next. So just looking at the table here, the highway runs dead centre through this entire board. So these objectives are correct, but we've made an adjustment here. So there is a line of sandbags just run along this edge, but 24 inches away from there is across here. So tower deployment zone actually runs in line with this bunker. We've adjusted the two of the objectives accordingly. So there's one here has been moved to the foot of this building, and the other one that was behind the sandbags has just been tucked in just there. It's a bit further ahead. That means that the Astra Militarum deployment zone will be just here. So as long as both armies are 24 inches away from each other, that's fine. And this has now been corrected. So the front objectives are 24 inches away from the centre, and that matches across the other side, so keeping everything nice and even and balanced. Gives the tower a little bit more room to breathe as well, but that's the fixed locations now for the objectives. Josh has brought out the defensive line. It's great to see that featuring in this game. Didn't know he was bringing that, but it's perfect for this game. We'll see where he decides to put that. And the other units, Josh faces off in that direction. My tower force needs to face that way. Okay, so deployment's done. As turn one is an issue in Apocalypse games, especially for two very shooty factions such as the Guard and the Tower. So we've tried to compensate for that as much as we can, just to make things as fair as possible. So the way we're going to run this battle, and you can see the Tower deployment here in the middle, nicely filled up with models, and then Astra Militarum across here, that's Mitch's force, and then James's force at the other end. So what we're going to do here is Tower have deployed much of their force on the board. There are reserves to arrive, mostly battlesuits to descend down upon the battlefield at some point. But what we're going to say is that Astra Militarum will go first. They're not going to roll off. The Guard will go first. It's the element of surprise. They're the ones that are moving in to make this pincer attack, so I think it's only fair and fitting that they do get to go first. But to compensate for that, as the Guard have selected half of their force to deploy on the board immediately. So Mitch's force are across there, and then James's half of his army across the other side. So turn one, the Guard will start with half their army. They'll go first, move, shoot, and so on. Then it'll be Tower turn one to fire with what's left. We'll see what kind of damage comes. It'll be fascinating to see what kind of damage the Guard can do. Then on to Guard turn two. The rest of their army can arrive, so that's all any air support what remains, or the other half of their force as well, as it looks like most of the super heavies have been kept off the table. To get them on the board, we'll place them on the board and then let them move, just to get everything nicely onto the table as the Guard, second half of the Guard force arrives, and then we'll have Tower turn two, which will be their reserves arriving. So I think that's about as fair as we can go. It gives the Guard the first strike, but it cuts down the amount of stuff that they have on the table.
Sentinels!
Oh, James wants to do a pre-game move with his Sentinels. We'll let them move.
I'll do it.
Do you have any?
I do.
Oh, Mitch has a couple. Mitch can move those. The Guard are itching to go. There's something about Tower. Guard just want to kill them. We can sense.
No mercy.
Can sense that with
Glory.
both of these Guard players. James chanting, very noisy end here with Guard chanting. Mitch just more cold and calculating and efficient in his approach to warfare here. So we'll cover what's on the board just briefly before we get going. Hammerheads clustering together, 4 of them with long strike just there. Then Storm Surge will run across here for Josh's stuff. So Storm Surge here anchoring the right hand side. It's been supported by a Riptide, occupying the defensive line. Pathfinder's dead centre. a good placement for them, supported by 2 squads of fire warriors with their marker drones and DS8 tactical support turrets. Broadsides here with the heavy rail rifles, Neferil just behind them. There's Dark Strider just there, Cadre Fireblade on the objective. Then around the other side, as stealth team here, stealth team there, just behind the bunker. Stealth team here, been joined by a ghost kill. Yavara just sheltering behind the building, Riptide next to him. Josh's 3rd Hammerhead, Storm Surge across here. So that's Josh's force facing out in that direction. We'll cover the guard deployment in just a moment. Then across here, we've decided to put the Titan here right on the central objective. So that's the Taunar deploying there. 2 fire-site markers on top. They'll be joined by my 2. This is 4 of them networking together there on top of the building. Then onto my deployment, 2 hammerheads across here with the burst cannons. Skyrim missile defense ship across here. Adds Storm Surge, Riptide, and then add Fire Warriors, so pulse rifles here, and then being backed up by breaches. Then we have infiltrated in with a ghost killed, not sure how long it will survive, we'll see. So then around this side, stealth team, ghost kill. I set my broadsides up together, so a squad of 3 with the heavy rail rifles, and then the higher missile pods just here. Repeating across the other side, so fire warriors with pulse rifles being backed up by breaches, and then the hammerheads we've seen already, so long strikes just there, and the 4 of them working together. Skyrim missile defense ship here, just in the middle. On top, 2 squads of fire warriors with pulse rifles. In amongst them is the Ethereal and the Cadre Fireblade. So that's deployment on the board for the tower. So then, Crisis Battlesuits in reserve, 2 squads, Commander, Tiger Shark to come on, can't wait to see that on the board. It's a debut on the channel and for Apocalypse. And then Crisis Battlesuits again, Shadow Sun as the Crisis Commander, and then the Forge Rod Crisis Hazard Battle Suit. So that's the reserves for the tower. So for Mitch's force, Manticores on the ball. They will start the game to provide some firepower support. Sentinels have moved out. Mitch has already made a move of those. You can see a selection of Lehman Russes in the centre. This thing, Mastodon.
No, Crassus.
Crassus, okay. And then the 3 Chimeras. And then a large, very large section of Lehman Russ tanks and demolishers getting ready to push through on this flank. Then across the other side for James, you can see the Sentinels have already made their scouting move. And really, the Guard players have decided to put Liam Russes out in force, so there's loads of them here. James is almost running them 2 ranks deep across the board. It's Chimeras, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sentinels, they were going to do their scout move, but they're stuck.
They're not scout.
Oh, they're not scout. Armoured. Oh, they're armoured Sentinels, right, okay. Equipped with las cannons.
Yeah, they're actually a squadron, so we're going to make the most of the stratagem.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Just to let audience know, the modern Lean Russes are tank commanders. I forgot to mention.
There's some tank commanders scattered around. Okay, that's James's force, and then reserves for the Guard. So Mitch's infantry squads. Then the super heavies, the 4 of them, off the board. These 2. So this one's a.
So this is a Malcador.
Malcador, yeah.
This is a Praetor.
Praetor.
Stormblade, Baneblade, Shadow Sword, Stormhammer.
Okay. And then we're going to say James can flank with these, the Hellhounds, the infantry inside their transport vehicles, the Titan, the Guard are keeping that off the board for now, and then James's 3 super heavies as well being kept
Super
off.
Baneblade is the one with the 4.
That one, Super Baneblade, yeah.
Command regiment.
Okay. And then across here, also is the air support to come in from reserve as well. So that's deployment done for both sides. So we have the scenario, the armies are deployed on the board. There is no roll-off here. It is a surprise attack. The town knew the attack would come somewhere, but this is the point. That is the point on the board where the Guard are going to try and cut the tower in 2. Can they do it? How much damage can the Guard do on turn 1? There's a lot of Liam Russes. How many? About 40? 50 of them on the table? 13, okay.
I've got,
James has about
14.
14. Oh, it's about 30. They're not so bad. 30 Liam Russes here, plus supporting vehicles. They will move. They will shoot. It is a mobile battle here. Guard on the assault. It's a pincer manoeuvre. Can the tower withstand the might of the Imperium? We'll have to see. Turn 1 coming up. It will be the Astra Militarum that make the first move and strike first. So on turn one, Guard will make their move. So James, your Centaurs get to move again. So it's a preliminary game move and then a regular move. They are moving fast up the board with sound effects at James's end. Mitch, you're free to do sound effects as well if you want to. So James, what's the vibe at the moment? How do you feel about this particular apocalypse?
Glory!
Please.
Glory to Cadia! Our codex is coming. Make the most of your old tactics. Charge!
Oh dear. I take it James is optimistic by that outburst. All right, that'll do.
For the Emperor!
Oh, please.
Attack!
Right, here they come. The Guard are coming. We hear them shouting before him.
All men to dust!
Oh dear. The offer, no, we declined to even offer to James to join the Tau Empire. we don't want him. He's too noisy. Well, he can stay loyal to the Emperor, despite the rumours of chaos. James, the dabbling in chaos codexes and so on. We'll see. But for now, James declares his allegiance to the Emperor. We'll let him make his move. Mitch on the move at his end as well, gaining ground quickly towards the Tau battle lines. Yeah, we're talking about the Guard tanks. They can move at full throttle order to move again. Yeah, there's some distance here for James. Was saying that the Tau deployment was here, but Josh elected to still deploy further back. So it's compressed our lines, but it's created a larger distance between the two forces. So
Russ can move 8 inches, then it can roll d6, and then in the shooting phase, if you order it, it can move
go again.
And run again.
Yeah, okay. So if James wants to, he can pick up the pace. It's all about tactics here. So, as James has said, the Codex is on the way out, so they're just going to make the most of what they have at this stage. So our codex a few months old. The Guard Codex, 4.5 years, I reckon it's been since new ones come out.
2018 or something.
One of the
Yeah.
first ones to come out.
Okay, so a good chunk of the movement's done here. For the size of the battle here, 12,000 points, movement's done. It's only taken a couple of minutes, thankfully. Why? Because there's no infantry walking around. I think it's mechanised, yeah. This is and that's the point of this battle, is to just limit the infantry, and it means that it's vehicle mostly, and it just speeds things up, and that's what we've witnessed already. That's about one of the quickest turn ones for Apocalypse game that we've seen. Movement, at least. Firepower, I would imagine, will take a bit longer. But pushing forwards here in the centre, there's a mass of tanks coming through. Scout Sentinels, not too far away from the tower line here, just a matter of inches away at this stage, and then the other armoured column pushing through on the left-hand side. Manticores not moving, primed and ready to shoot. But the main emphasis, I think, for Mitch is on this side, so the main attack is going to thrust through in this direction. Then for James, more of a spread here, pushing through the Russes in this direction. There is more distance to cover. There's more of a no man's land here on this side. Keeping still with these, James has said?
Making the most of the stratagem for later.
Strike first, strike hard.
Okay, so then James's Sentinels getting to here. They're not too bad. They've made a good progress up the board already, and then there's a lot of Russes over on this flank. These are veteran squads inside these Chimeras as well, joining in at the assault. So you've got a nice gap here. This is good for the reserves to come on later on for the Guard, so looking healthy enough at this stage. I am fascinated to know how much damage this Guard force can do. It's halved in strength against the might of the Tau here. Tau, I'm sure, interested as well. What will survive to fire back, we'll have to see. We'll go on to no psychers at all. Right, straight on to shooting phase for the Guard next on turn 1. Right, so on the opening volley here, it's actually come from these.
Yep.
And James has already rolled here. Guard rushing along. 3 hits. So you're hitting on 3s?
No, hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
Which is +2.
Right, he's going after this. Josh's Storm Surge. So attempts to wound on 3s. 2 2s and a 1 from the Guard. Moving on, we'll press on here. Right, Mitch will have a go here. Sentinels against my Storm Surge.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to do
2 hits.
One wound comes through, yeah. So 4+ inv unsave from that was a missile, so fouled that one. And then 3 more wounds have come through. This is from the las cannons. Okay, 4+ invulnerable. Ooh, block those. All right.
I already rolled for the missile. I thought he rolled, so it did 4 damage.
4 damage, right, okay, 4 damage taken on the Storm Surge. Right, so we are on firepower here. Much of it has been resolved just to capture what's being destroyed. Destroyed targets, we've laid them down. We'll remove them from play, but it's just so you can see the kind of devastation that's taken place. Much of Mitch's firepower has been directed across there. We'll go around the other side of the board and you can see the damage that's been done. It is horrific. And there's a big chunk has been blown out of this Tau force. So damage across here, not much really. These buildings sort of blindsiding the Guard as they're pushing through. But over here, with James's firepower, are these moved extra?
They did full throttle.
So they made it to there. So almost reaching the Tau deployment zone. Excellent stuff. So there was a stealth team here. It's been destroyed by James's firepower. Demolisher took them out. Okay, good shooting. Smoke and Shroud, I take it on this one?
No, it's just smoke and that's it.
Just popped smoke because of his short range. Okay, firepower did come down here, reducing the Storm Surge to 12 wounds. Total damage on that. Then across here, not much damage coming through really from these tanks across here. Then coming around the other side, James, report damage coming through. He helped support Mitch with firepower. It's 12 down to 12 wounds here on this Riptide.
Knocked out a hammerhead.
Yes, so now onto the damage here. Some of James's firepower, especially the battle cannons with their longer range, help support the attack across here. And yes, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why they'd pick on the hammerheads, but 3 of them have been destroyed entirely. Mitch's firepower from here, all concentrated in this direction. 3 hammerheads gone. So too has the Riptide, that's been destroyed. And my Storm Surge has been taken out. And my Ghost Kill. So a ton of stuff has been removed from play. There's still a little bit of firepower to come from Mitch's force as well, which we'll capture in just a moment. Some Fire Warriors are picked on by Heavy Bolters as well. So 4 of those slain up on top as of the structure across here. But this is devastating. I'm going to remove all these models from play. But there is literally a huge chunk has been blown out of this Tau force. Devastating firepower from aggressive Guard shooting. So what's left of Mitch's firepower? It's some Lehman Russ tanks. Yeah, it's ones towards the back. Looking for targets they can see up here, so they're going to go after the huge monstrosity. So the town has been targeted. This is a hunter killer that's hit and wounded already. So it's a 5+ invulnerable save for this thing. Failed. D6 damage. 3. Starts on 30 wounds. Drops to 27.
Now I'm going to use 2 command points.
2 CP.
+1 to hit.
We don't want this thing taking damage, but
Overlapping fields of fire.
Yeah. First battle cannon.
8 shots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hitting on 3s. Is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all.
Trying to wound. Yeah, force to wound. Toughness 8.
3.
3 make it through.
Minus.
-2.
-2.
The 4-ups if you're starting on a 2-up.
It's a 3, so
Starting a 3. 2 go through. 2d3. 4 more damage taken.
22.
22 wounds left. Oh boy. 23 wounds left.
This is the tank commander hitting on 2s. No rerolls.
He's hitting on 2s because this is Pask.
No, it's because he hits on 3s +1 for having overlapping fields.
Ah, gotcha. Right, I see.
Winning on 4s, 2 wounds. That's rubbish.
Okay. Blocked none.
Flat 3, this one, because it's got the red spout.
Oof, boy. 17 wounds left. Uh-oh, this thing's dying.
His last cannon hits.
Just change it around to
Toughness
7.
8.
Toughness 8.
3.
Oh, it's straight 9. Sorry.
Yeah, strength 9. 5+ invulnerable save. No, D6 damage. Just the 1. Yeah, down to 16 wounds. Last cannon's just hit. Not wounded. Okay.
Last battle tank.
Last tank here. Number of shots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's an amazing model, Josh, but it takes a bit of a battering, though. It's not the toughest.
4s to wounds.
2 come
2
through.
wounds.
5+ save or invuln. Blocked 1.
D3.
D3. 2 more. Dropping down to 14 wounds left.
His last cannon.
Okay, yeah, last cannon shot.
Misses.
Stay still.
His hunter killer.
Yes.
Misses. Oh, and the hunter killer from the tank commander, which hits on a 2.
2.
Hits. Wounds.
Okay.
No.
D6.
D6 damage. 3 more taken, dropping down to 11 wounds
That's it, I'm out
left.
of shots.
Yes, I can
Right,
I've got an auto cannon on the Chimera. 2 hits.
5s. 1. -1.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, killed some Tau.
3 up.
It's a 3. Oh, 3 up. Okay.
AP -1.
What, multi-laser?
Is it?
Goes through.
Auto cannon.
Auto cannon,
Oh,
yeah.
takes another window.
2 more damage. Ah, no, locking down to 9 wounds left on this thing.
I don't think I've got anything else to fire.
Well. Okay, it survived, but it's taken heavy damage, and we've removed the models from play, cleared out this area across here. So, James's firepower's been okay, but Mitch's concentrated firepower's been utterly deadly against the tower. A large chunk blown out of their defensive line. So, there are Patrons on standby. We're saving some of the dice, some of the big stuff to fire. I think we'll start using them on the tower turn 1 coming up. But firepower's complete. Any charges to take place across the board? I don't think so. It's mostly firepower you're going to see in this game.
Charge the stealth team to sentinels.
It's a possible Overwatch. It's a possible charge.
Not do much.
Okay, we'll let the card decide what they want to do. Okay, so charges are taking place and combat's resolved here. So Sentinels went in, they made a partner move and a consolidation lapping round, and no damage exchanged between them and the stealth team. And across here, a single Sentinel going in, again, no damage being exchanged, no Overwatch taking place, but I think the guard just seeking to disrupt the tower as much as possible, as well as causing damage. So turn 1 comes to an end for the guard. Okay, so we come to the end of turn 1 for the guard. This is the most significant development across here, this big chunk. Tau will need to try and figure out what to do here. The guard are on the move, and they're going to start pushing through. I think the intent is to go up and over the embankment, and maybe Mitch may be ambitious enough to drive through to the centre. We'll have to see. There is this big thing in the way, but it's 2/3 slain. We can't let that fall, but I think being shot at from all directions, it's only a matter of time. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. Tau prepare to respond with firepower of their own. Let us teach the Imperium a lesson. Turn 1 for the Tau coming up next. Right, so on turn 1 for the Tau, we're just thinking about what to do. There's not much movement really, but it'll be firepower mostly. But as you've seen happen here, trying to negate turn 1, so I think it's worked out quite good. It fits with the theme of what's going on with this battle. The guard get to move first, strike first, makes sense, then just to negate the impact of turn 1. And to protect the guard to some degree, because they're keeping off a lot of their more valuable assets, it means that half the stuff's on for the guard. Just to negate the impact of their firepower, but still it's been deadly enough. What was deadly across there for the Tau, what was happening during the shooting phase, Mitch was firing his stuff across here, which was dangerous enough, but James was using a number of battle cannons with their longer range to fire up against our targets as well. So Tau were caught in a crossfire, shots coming through from both directions, and that's what's helped to cause such devastation over on that flank. We do have a little nucleus of hammerheads across here who could fire at leisure at advancing guard tanks. There were 7. There's 4 left. We'll see what kind of impact they can make. There's 2 storm surges. Josh's deployment across here looking strong. I have been cut down. So that's the dead pile from turn 1. A couple of hammerheads gone, storm surge, riptide, and so on. That's the casualties that have been taken. But we'll press on. We'll go on to movement phase first for the Tau on their first turn. Okay, so on turn 1 for the Tau, their movement's complete. Some units reacting, pushing towards the guard, just to try and disrupt the advance and to break up the spearhead as much as possible. It's not just firepower, there is manoeuvring taking place. So across here for Josh, these are shorter range, the configuration on that. Yeah, so he's pushed forwards here with a storm surge. Riptide's pushed out, Yuvara's pushed out as well. Holding the line here with the infantry inside the protective wall, and then across here holding position with the broadsides. Then, because of the threat coming across here, the damage that's been done, all the hammerheads, their attention has been shifted across in this direction. A little bit of manoeuvring taking place with those, but they do have targets that they can see. Fire warriors here, they've been bolstered by the breaches they've pushed through. Stealth team's backed off. Ghost kills jumped across, again to disrupt as much as possible. Across here, 5+ feel no pain granted. That came from the Ethereal. The Cadre Fireblades in amongst the Fire Warriors helping them as well. Holding position with these. Fire Warriors holding position just here. Then, anticipating this thing could detonate next turn, we've shifted some vehicles away. So Skyrim Missile Defense Ship has come up this direction. Then across here, Breaches have advanced and shifted across, just trying to hide behind the embankment to try and fill the gap. Then Skyrim Missile Defense Ship has come across in this direction. The Town now moving along here. It's trying to get away from the middle just in case it does detonate. Across here again, because of the short range, Storm Surge is pushed forwards. Remaining in close combat. Their battle suits keywords, so they can shoot whilst in close combat. Ghost Kills moved across again to disrupt. And then the Riptide is here as well, ready to lay down some firepower. Also, that's it. Movement done for the Tower Defence Force. We'll go on to their firepower next. So we're on shooting phase here. Markolites coming through. 3, 4, 2 on these Russes. It's been picked on. And then across here, there's not as many Markolites available. We've put one on the Russ just there, and this big thing in the middle, which is not a Mastodon, it's something else. A Crassus.
Named
Okay.
after the consul of Rome, Marcus Licinius Crassus.
Thank you, James, for that history lesson. James is a big Roman army fan as well, as Astra Militarum. Now, shooting phase. Who shall fire the first warning shot? I think appropriate Longstrike himself. Target acquired. Destruction is assured. So, not needing a Markolite, Longstrike instructing the Markolites to help the lesser skilled members of the Tower community. His firepower, no need of such assistance. We shall fire across the very fringe of Mitch's tank formation over on the far side, easily in range, with range to spare. Frank Shepherd is a Tower player, gold level Patreon, and we shall strike on a 2+. Hit. Yeah, James, I read his mind. He was hoping it would be a 1, but oh no. We shall now wound on
14.
Yes.
3 to wound.
3 to wound.
I get to reroll.
We get to reroll. Yes. 1. We shall not panic. Destruction is assured. It is gone through. AP minus ridiculous.
6.
Straight 6 damage. 3 mortal wounds, and then a 5+ to blow up. Frank, you can pop a tank on a 5 or 6.
It's 6 plus D3 plus D3 mortal wounds.
It's straight 3 mortal wounds. I just checked.
Oh.
It's better, even better than James thought. Oh, it's a 1.
Lives.
We could command reroll the damage. Yeah, here we go. Another chance for Frank Shepherd. Ah, he lives.
okay. We've got enough pulse shots to...
Down to 1 wound.
Yes. So it's 1 wound left. Oh, so how many wounds is it? 12 wounds. It's 12. Yeah. Okay.
Either 5 or a 6.
So you got 2 wounds left then. It caused 10.
Oh, you did 10.
6 and 3 and 1. Yeah, because it's D3. Yeah, so 2 wounds left.
No, you rolled 6.
It looks like a 2 with the light here. No, it's 3. No, that's okay. That's all good. No, that's, I thought that was a 2. It's a 3. So that means there's 1 wound left on that tank. It's almost destroyed. So 2 Seeker missiles going across. We'll see if this is enough. Looking for 2s. Looking for 4s to wound. 1 comes through. -2 on that one. It's 3s to win, by the way. It's strength 10, but...
Seeker missile.
4 up. No.
No. Come on, reroll. If it's worth it, is it worth it? It goes straight through. Okay. Does he explode? Long strike has got the destruction. Has got the kill here. All right. 1 tank destroyed. Yeah, a few little corrections there with long strike. So we didn't need to command reroll the wound because we could use his ability to reroll the hit roll, which we didn't need, and then we go on to the wound roll. We can use a Tau ability to reroll the wound, so that didn't need the command reroll there. And then the Seeker missile was actually strength 9, actually AP -3, so it's a bit better on the AP minus. And then the wound roll should have been a 2+ because he's on 3s to wound and he gets +1 to his wound roll, so it should have been a 2. So there's actually 2 wounds that came through with the Seeker missile. But that's all just by the by. The tank is a burning wreck, and the crew may have escaped, who knows, but tank destroyed. That's 1 down for 29 to go. So smart missile systems and long strike we're going into here. So looking for 2s, and then we're looking for toughness on them.
6.
6. So it's 4s to him because I'm +1 to our wound rolls.
Are they scout? Oh, they're toughness 5.
Right, 3s to wound. That's like so. So -1 on those ones. Mitch, 4 of them. 4 of them AP -1.
4 AP -1.
2.
So
Yeah, 2 make it through. Okay, Hammerhead number 2. He's been instructed by Longstrike to pick the next tank, which you can see emerging from that corner. James adjusting the... Oh, please, do sound effects on your own stuff, James. Ours don't make a noise. They're silent as they turn. Now what's he do? Okay, that's Tau sound effects. James said the other day that you, back in 2003, you were about to collect Tau.
Well, one of my school friends back in senior school brought in the Tau Codex First Edition. Back in 3rd edition at the time, and I was just inspired by the artwork. I mean, I was like, what is this Xenos faction?
Yep.
They're like really colourful, amazing. Then I read the lore about them, and ever since then I've just absolutely hated them.
No, that's not true. No, James went.
I really like
James went into Games Workshop. He says, "I'm interested in collecting Tau," and then he started chanting Imperial chants, and then they threw him out. And that was the end of James. Never did collect the Tau. Then the hatred just grew after each game. The hatred just escalated here, and we're going to build on that hatred today as we pick off stuff. James is all happy at the moment because we're shooting at Mitch's stuff. So we're going to fire here. So Railgun's going to fire across, 2 Seeker missiles, going to go after that target, and then the smart missile systems across here. Long strikes blessed him to count as a marker light hit across there, so looking for 3s. Missed. Yes, that roll was Scott Costello. Patreon. Now, we'll go for the reroll for the targeting array, just holding on to our Tau Sept ability. Got our hit. So now we're going to try and wound on a 3+. Sticking with Scott Costello here. Oh, ouch, it goes through. So that's going to be 3 mortal wounds, 6 damage taken straight away. And then now we're looking for D3 mortal wounds.
5+ to kill.
5+ to pop. Scott Costello. Oh! Pop. 1 shot, 1 kill for the Tau. Tank, take him off. Doesn't blow up.
Oh, no.
Clean kill. Okay. Thumbs up from Josh. Tank aces picking off targets at leisure here. So we'll swap the Patreon dice out when they come. We'll use these larger Tau dice just so you can see what's going on camera. But good shooting here. 2 shots. 1 tank, 1 kill so far. We'll press on. Josh, your turn. You've got 2 hammerheads in support. How kind. Right, so it's this hammerhead across here. As Josh is going to use Bruce Zhao for the Tau. 1 shot, 1 kill is the attempt. It's going to go across against this marker lighted Russ across there. So looking for a 3 with a marker light. So you'll use your targeting array first. Yep. Just about hits on a 3. Just swapping the dice over here. Looking for a 3 to wound. Go straight through. 9 damage plus 2 more. 11 wounds. Cause almost popping a 3rd tank with the railgun. It's a deadly and feared weapon. Yeah, so Mitch can remove that marker light token that's been used and we're about to burn. Yeah, and that one there can go as well. That's the two Seeker missiles going into the Crassus. 2 hits, 3s to wound, strength 9. Command reroll one of those if you want to. Yeah, it's going to come up. Tau Sept ability, exactly right. 2 go through. These are -3.
Oh, yeah.
With the new codex. 6 is to block.
Is it leaving Ross?
I got A6.
Blocks 1. Okay. 2d3 damage.
2d3 damage.
5?
4. Yeah, 4 wounds. Okay, Hammerhead number 4. Travis and Jen, Patreons here, Tau supporters. So, railgun and 2 Seeker missiles are going to go into the Crassus. 3s with the railgun. Targeting array.
No.
Ah, no, missed. Oh!
Glory!
Okay. 2 Seeker missiles.
You can't chant if someone misses. Oh.
Yes! I will!
James's tank, imagine him as a tank commander. Shot,
If it's
shot,
first and that misses, I will mock!
the shot whizzes past his head and he shouts, "Glory!" Go. 2 Seeker missiles.
No.
Oh, snake eyes. And what can you do? Nothing. Oh, yes, we may as well. Yeah, here it comes. Gets a hit. 3s for a wound. Goes through. -3. 6 up to block Mitch on this one. Yeah, it does. Defiance. Well done. God, okay. But Hammerheads are fired. Deadly enough from them. We'll press on more tower firepower to come. Okay, we'll go to the broadsides next with their firepower. I'm going to put the 3 heavy rail rifles into the Crassus, and then the Seeker missiles, the one use only, and also the plasma rifles are going to go into this forward tank here. What's that one called again?
Carnodon.
A Carnodon. It's going to be shot at. Okay, I'm trying to remove the stuff that I forget the names of. Makes things easier for filming. So heavy rail rifles first of all, needing 4s. And we'll Tau Sept weight for a wound, perhaps.
Auto wound.
That's an auto wound for the advanced targeting system, so that goes straight through. Then we'll try and wound with these. I will use Tau Sept on that one. Doesn't help. So AP -4 goes straight through.
Yep. 3 mortal.
3 mortal wounds straight away. It's a mortal wound each.
On the Crassus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then damage.
D3 plus 3.
D3 plus 3. Okay, so, well, that's 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 13 left. Popped, gone. It's destroyed. Ouch. And it blows up.
Can I roll that?
No, you can't. All right, we'll find out what kind of damage it does here. This is not so good.
Chain reaction.
Yeah, chain reaction.
I did that with the 2 knights one.
That's it.
Right, Mitch, you have to roll the range. It's actually a rolled range for that, is
I
it?
rolled a 1.
Oh, right. Okay, interesting. Yeah, just an inch it's blown up.
So he's gone.
He's gone. It took out that rust that had a wound left, which Mitchell rolled to see if that detonates, and it's a wound caused on him and him.
That would have been funny if it did.
I've
God
had
dear.
that happened to me before, and it killed 4.
Both sides blowing chunks out of each other at this stage. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
will die.
right.
On a 3
This is full of infantry, that Crassus. 31 models inside. Mitch will deploy those onto the board. He's already rolled up for models being slain. I think it's just 1 or 2 have died. It's not too bad at all. Didn't roll many ones. But they'll be deployed from that vehicle. Right, next we'll do the 3 Seeker missiles that have been declared into here. So looking for 4s. Looking for 3s because we're strength 9. Right, 1 comes through. Use the tower roll already. Blocked on a 6. Well done. It was a 6 Mitch needed. So now we turn to plasma rifles. 2 shots from each.
Is this against the Carnodon, yeah?
Yeah, all going against the Carnodon. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Just 5 hits have come through. Now we're looking to...
Yeah, 2 6s in there, auto wounding.
Right, yes, for the advanced targeting systems. So now try and wound with these. 2 more come through. AP minus on the plasma rifle, it's quite high. Goes straight through.
3 damage.
12 damage. It's gone. Does it detonate?
Wow.
Careful. Ooh, okay, right, another tank popped. Right, so further firepower coming in for the tower. Pretty much resolved all the firepower across here. Sentinels gone. They were popped and destroyed. There's infantry firepower going up on them. The infantry, which Mitch disembarked, about 30 seconds later we wiped them out. There's firepower coming from these. Out of range against much of the tanks. We decided to go after the infantry and pretty much cleared those out of the way. We picked off the last few models that were left with firepower coming through. These got rapid fire as well, so devastating volley, and a stratagem used to give them an extra AP -1 just to flush them out of cover. Then a Sky Ray missile defense ships firing through, reducing this rust down to 4 wounds left, just there. So that's firepower done in this sector. We'll go to the Taunar next with its firepower. It has taken damage. It's probably in a bracket, but we'll let Josh fire that. He can support me if he wants to, or he can swing the guns around to go after James. Okay, so the Taunar's about to fire. Josh is going to split here. There's some nice plump targets to go after. So call out the first weapon.
So first pulse ordnance multi-driver into that.
He has 3 of them. Okay, so he's going to dot them 1, 2, 3 along the row here.
Okay.
Yeah, impressive stuff. 1 hit. Who is this? This is a Patreon.
Paul Cook.
Paul Cook using, and he's going after this one.
Yep. Talsec reroll?
Yeah, going over the south set. Missed. Okay, he's using the marker light help.
No.
No wound.
Command point. There you go.
Goes through. AP minus.
4.
6 up. Save.
Phil Marshall.
Go.
Yeah.
Block on a 6.
Come on, Phil. Oh!
Almost on a 5.
5 damage.
Straight 5 damage. Not too scary.
7 wounds left.
7 wounds left.
And then second Patreon.
Yes.
Peter Almo.
Peter Almo's going in the middle here. And what's the name of this weapon you're firing again?
The Pulse Ordnance Multi-Driver.
Pulse Ordnance Multi-Driver. Okay, here it comes.
So 2 shots.
Is it this one?
Oh, I've already used my Talset.
Okay, 3s.
Oh, that's a 2.
No, not wounding. Okay.
I'll just go to this one.
Next one.
3s.
Okay.
Yep.
1 wound comes through.
I'll call
That's
upon
save a 6 plus.
Joshua Coldall.
It's a stretch, but a 6 might come through. 5 close enough. Okay. And straight 5 damage. That's on that one there.
Yep.
So it's obviously a weapon that's better when it gangs up on targets, but it was worth going. Instead of an overkill, Josh wanted to spread the wounds across, but not many wounds and hits coming through. 10 damage dealt out in total across those tanks.
The Triaxis will go into this one. To
Okay,
finish it off.
to finish it off, yeah, it's a damage, 9 shot damage 2 weapon.
9. 4s.
Looking for 4s.
It's only strength
5 to wound at strength 7. 2 come through.
-2.
How many?
2 at 5 plus.
Oh,
Snake eyes.
Where?
Ba-boom.
2 damage.
Here, across here. Unless you want to go for a commander reroll.
I might as well use it.
He's going to use a commander, yeah, just to keep it alive. He does! Using his ultramarine dice, dropping down to 2 wounds left. Well, that was, yeah, it was alright, that thing, but it's not done too much, have to say. The hammerheads were... now, how many points is that thing? It's 1,000 points. How many hammerheads could you get for that? 5, 6 odd hammerheads? Need the new Forge World book.
Don't worry, brother. I have a 2,000 point Titan on the way.
Oh, yes. Okay. There's a few smart missile systems to fire. Josh is going to attempt to mop up what's left of the infantry.
Yep. So hit your nose.
Looking for 4s. Looking for 3s. Yeah, Mitch has 4 saves to make it -1, ignoring cover. So, yeah, that should be the end of them. They're gone. Okay. Okay, so we're on to the Storm Surge here. There's 2 left on the board. One's already been destroyed. So, destroyer missiles, the pair of them are going to fire across here. Going to go after that rust to try and finish it off. Smart missile systems are going to go across here. Don't need line of sight. Cluster rocket systems going to go across onto him. And then the 2-shot, 12 damage weapon's going to go after Michael Fryer's Lehman Russ. Ouch. Okay, so the 2-shot, Maxfield Knuckles Patreon here.
Okay. Blast cannon. Hitting on 4s.
No, missed. Oh, no.
Bring it on!
Tau set.
Tau.
Oh, missed again. Oh, disaster. Okay, we'll press
We
on.
laugh in the face of fear.
Keep shooting. Ignore him. Keep shooting. 2 shots here.
2 shots from the into.
The destroy missile, yeah. 1 hit comes through. Come on, reroll.
Come on, reroll.
Yes, okay, here it comes.
Yep.
Yes, 2 hits come through. Trying to wound now.
Yep.
Go through.
Yep.
Both of them. Mitch can just roll up to detonate here because it's AP -5, 2d3 damage. That's twice over, so that rust there, serious trouble. And doesn't detonate, but another one of those gone.
Okay.
So smart missile systems, cluster rocket systems. Smarts did nothing. Cluster rockets did nothing. So that's their firepower done. So yeah, armor holds. So firepower from him. We'll go around the other side. There is the other Storm Surge anchoring the other side of the table. It's Tower Sept, that tower. Yeah, that's handy. Okay, so that tower across there, we're going to capture that soon. We're going to go here, Storm Surge. So firepower's been distributed. So the 2 shots to come through against, it's Joseph Darling's Demolisher.
The Major.
Oh, missed. Tau.
Yeah.
We got a hit.
Got a hit.
This is big. What did he get?
Toughness 8.
Strength 12, I think it is.
It's a 16 It's a 16 damage gun. No, that's
16 strength.
Strength 16.
Is it?
Oh, toughness 8 would be 2s to wound.
Yes.
Yeah, 2s to wound, yeah.
It is strength 16, so you've done it.
Damage 16.
Hold it right there. It's AP minus 4, James.
That means the guy's 6 up save.
You could.
All up on the Patreon. Come on, Betty. Betty, son.
Betty's.
Oh!
Oh. Roll to detonate, it's a straight 12. Pop goes the Demolisher.
You serious?
Yeah, damage 12.
Come on, Rolly, James.
For glory. No.
No, right. Demolisher destroyed. Next, 2 destroyer shots coming from here. Destroyer missiles into the side of that Demolisher. 1 hit comes through. And trying to wound. Yes. AP minus 5, James. Destroy missile. Yeah, strength 12 minus 5. So straight 2d3 damage. Can't destroy it, but we'll add 4 wounds on, dropping it down to 2 wounds left. So cluster rocket systems, smart missile systems offloaded into here. Some good saves were made. 5 wounds came through, 4 saves in total. So just the 1 wound caused. That's firepower from that storm surge done. So most impressive stuff for the tower. Still the hammerheads, really. They've been the most deadly so far. We'll press on. Hang on a second. Broadsides, they've been pretty good as well. We'll press on. More firepower to come, mostly across here for the tower, to finish off this sector. So firepower, we've pressed on. There's 1 shot left to go. That's the tower across there. Everything else has shot. So Fire Warriors firing through. The main damage, though, came from the broadsides. Again, impressed with their shooting. Took out these 2 Russes just here. Just roll the tanks over just to show you where the damage has come. Firepower is in the end. It was a flamer that finished off this Russ across here. And then some damage coming through from the iron accelerator. Some saves being made. Dropping down to 4 wounds left on this Russ. 4 wounds left on this Russ across here. 2 wounds stripped off of the Michael Fryer Demolisher across the other side. That came from the heavy burst cannon across there. But firepower is complete. It's gone well for the tower. We'll show you the dead pile in just a moment. But to finish off, it's the Ray Cross Patronic dice going to be used. It's a 2-shot weapon. Where are you going to go? You can pick any target you want, really. Uh-oh.
My commanders.
Yes.
So I've got a commander here. I've got a commander over there. I have a commander there as well.
Okay. And where are your commanders?
There, and there.
They're everywhere.
He could spin that tower around, Josh, and he could pick on...
Yeah.
Josh is picking targets. Does it?
Yeah.
Use the marker light.
I'm going to use the marker light.
Okay, going to swing the gun around.
Where's this coming from?
This is here.
That railgun there.
Didn't it already fire?
No.
No, we've saved it. So here it comes. 2 shots.
3.
Tower Scepter.
Tower set.
2 hits. 3s to wound.
3 to wound.
Both go
2
through.
minus 4.
2 saves to 6+.
Wow. Come on, double 6.
Blocked 1.
Because I wounded you, you suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Oh!
3.
3, yes.
It's D3.
Yep.
Or
It's not the same calibre as these railguns across here, right? Okay.
D3 plus an extra 3. So it's another 3.
So he suffered 6 wounds in total.
No.
Plus the 3, 9.
9.
9 damage taken. Yeah, okay, but not quite destroyed. Okay, so you get extra shots for this one, but it's not quite the same calibre as a full-on hammerhead railgun.
Yes.
Yeah, iron rifle. There's a bit of firepower left. Iron rifle overcharged and model slain. The Tau Sceptrol had been used on the 2 rail rifles, which wounded across here and did take out the Sentinel, which didn't explode. That's the firepower done. We'll show you the dead pile here. We'll give you a roll of honour as well for the Patreons, Phoenix Lords, and so on that have been slain. Also, in this kind of game, it can be tricky to keep track of the casualties coming through. Oh dear, James has a selection of musical tracks in his mind as well, and he's giving the salute to his fallen comrades. Right, so that's the dead pile. It is a lot more than what the tower have lost. It's about 2,500-ish points gone. You can see a lot of Russes have been picked on and destroyed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus this Crassus as well. Fallen comrades is Joseph Darling, tank destroyed, and Devin Matthews, tank destroyed there as well. But that's firepower complete.
Glory!
Another one of these destroyed.
3 inches.
Fusion blaster popped
the
it.
drone would take a mortal wound as well then.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
take a drone off. Yeah, it blew up, by the way. James rolled a 6. That's why he's cheering
Yeah.
and shouting glory. Okay, so charges have taken place. It's just the one. The Ghost Kill's gone into the Predator, and I was going to say Predator Annihilator. It's a similar configuration, but that was contacted, overwatched one of the drones. Mitch then ran over the other one, so both the stealth drones are gone. No damage caused against the Ghost Kill, and the Ghost Kill caused none with its Ghost Kill fists. So that's combat's resolved. Any morale to resolve? Not really. The infantry that disembarked have been vaporised, so turn comes to an end. At the current point in the game, the Tau hold their lines, but they have been thinned out for sure. In response, they have picked on Liam Russes and destroyed a good number of those. But now the shape of the game will change because there are 7 Baneblades and a Titan to arrive from reserve. The Tau have braced themselves once for Imperial firepower. They'll have to double brace themselves for what is about to come. Tau will have to wait for their turn and try and survive. We'll go on to Imperial Guard turn 2. So on turn 2 for the Astra Militarum, their movement's complete. So you can see the defences aren't too strong for the Tau. The idea was that this wasn't meant to be a defensive position here. This is a break-in from the Guard coming from 2 directions. The Tau have some defences, some hastily constructed sandbags. There's a few bunkers dotted about, but this really isn't a fortified position across here. Really, this is sort of the inner city type scenario here. Tau brought some defences of their own, but low on defences, being attacked from both sides, it's not a pretty sight for the Tau. They really are in a tight situation here, and it's got tighter with all the stuff that's just arrived. You can see across the board 3 Hellhounds have arrived to try and burn out the Tau infantry. That objective is in jeopardy for sure. So things roll along quite quickly. The Guard advance. It's good to see them pushing forwards fast, but they're making rapid progress across the board. So Russ is pushing through what's left of the early deployment from those. Chimeras out the front, there are infantry inside there. One of those Chimeras does have a squad of Bullgrins inside. Then, I remember this one, this is the Malcador. Then we've got Baneblades 1, 2, 3, 4th one, that's the Shadow Sword across there. Remaining in position with the Manticores. This thing is
Praetor missile launcher.
a Praetor missile launcher. We'll see what that can do in the game.
Not much.
Not much, Mitch says, but we'll see what it can.
It all needs update.
We'll see what it does. Then across here, Russ is pushing through across here. This Russ has lurched forwards also. You can see the other super heavies that have arrived, and James's Hellhounds just turning up on this flank. Turn 2, we said they could arrive. It's all good. Yeah, I think they're going to try and burn out Tau infantry. I think we're about to lose that objective at least. James is virtually crossing over into the Tau deployment zone here. So aggression from the Guard on that side. Then across here, tanks again pushing forwards. James is trying to push ahead with these Chimeras, which are starting to break through from the formation. The 2 Walkers heading off in this direction. There's another Chimera bursting through the middle. As James has reached this point, Tau deployment zone line was across here. So still some distance for the Guard. Josh's tactic of having deployed further back, keeping the Guard further away, which has reduced the amount of firepower coming through. Things like demolisher cannons struggling to find targets. Then what we've said for arriving with this stuff is that just to get them on the board and pushing forwards is you can deploy the model and then make a move. So we've seen
That one moved
the...
because of the crater.
Gotcha, this one's pushed through, right. Move 10. Okay, so it deploys and then it's moved 10. So it just means they can make a bit of progress up the board and not just be stuck at the back of the table. The Titan's walked on. There it is, the Scout Titan. Will it fire, James, at the Taunar to finish it off? He could finish it off. Oh dear. Shadow Swords arrive just here, and the tanks, instead of driving through the middle, they're peeling to the left and driving around this direction. Phoenix Swords and Patreons pushing through for a break-in on the left-hand side. If they can get rid of this Storm Surge and clear that, we could have a break-in over on this flank here. Tau being attacked from everywhere. Casualties, I think, will flow. Yes. Oh dear. We'll go on to shooting phase next with the guard. Brace yourself, Tau. Duck and cover. Right, here we go. James is going to set things going here, or get things going with the Titan.
Supercharge.
So the Vulcan Megabolt is going into him.
No, the broadside.
Oh, the broadsides, right, to try and strip drones and possibly cause further damage. And then the plasma blaster is going to go into long strike. How rude. We were just sitting there leisurely picking off, like picking daisies from a field, but no, we're about to be picked off by this Scout Titan.
I will supercharge, because why not?
Yep.
We do have 50 wounds.
50 wounds?
Yep. So 2d6 shots. That's 9 shots.
Oh no.
Right.
Anything long strike can do?
The Titan can do better.
I don't think so.
Hitting on?
2s.
2s? You're joking. All of
No
them?
mortal wounds. So that's perfect.
This is
Strength
ridiculous.
10.
3's to wound. 3 have failed. So you're going to cause...
That's AP minus 4. And that there is 30 damage.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Long strike's gone. Does he detonate? No, almost. Ouch. Long strike gone. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's the Phoenix Sword here. We'll call in the roll call of honour here for Tau casualties coming through. That's Longbow BB picked off. Did well, but only survived a turn here. Right, next. Vulcan Megabolter. Hitting on 2s. That's amazing to start on 2s.
All but 2. These are strength 6.
Toughness.
7.
Toughness 7. 5's to wound.
Toughness 7.
Yeah, tough enough. James has got a few.
AP minus 2. Each does 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so one's dead. Again, another. Okay, so he's saved. Another. Okay, he's saved.
This is shield drone set.
Yep, and again he's saved.
Ah.
One shield drone.
Oh, well done. Again, respect to the broadsides here. They're absorbing damage. Drones being used to block damage from coming through. Okay, we'll find something else big to shoot at.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll find something else big to shoot at. Guards not lacking in
Shadow Sword.
firepower here. Right, this is number of shots. This is your Shadow Sword.
Yeah, this one.
Firing across there, and it's going into here. Winston
This
Adkins.
is number of shots, 2d3. Oh, really?
Just the 2.
Can I command roll?
Do a command reroll.
Come on, reroll.
Did you re-roll both?
You reroll both.
Yes, you do, yeah. Slightly better. 3 shots.
CP away.
Yeah. Right.
I'll have to regain actually. I'll do it for you. We don't keep that.
1 hit.
4's to hit, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disaster. Right, 1 comes through.
16.
2's to wound.
It wounds.
4 plus invulnerable save. Passed. So 0, nothing.
That would have been 2d6
So
damage.
bad.
Eesh, boy, oh boy. Right, more firepower's coming. James is picking on this. James's Shadow Sword, full of pride. He'll fire another tank across.
Those cannons into that.
Those cannons into there. Okay.
Bolter into. Yep, I think so. Ooh,
Short. Touching. Let him have it.
you sure?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. We're a generous
20
faction.
bolter into that.
Okay.
I'm going to do the volcano cannon first.
Right, so that's going across here.
Yep. Dean Lighton!
Do better
Your
than me,
moment
please.
of glory.
2d3 shots. Oh.
What is
Roll
it?
it, James.
Yeah, taking that one off. 5 plus a regain.
Boy.
No. Okay, re-rolling.
Just let them burn the CP here.
Got plenty left.
There's rumours of Tau trickery afoot.
Oh,
Snake eyes.
New
Oh, dear.
codex.
Forced to hit re-rolling 1s because of the tank order. I re-roll 1s, praise the Emperor.
No, just the 1 hit comes through.
Strength 16.
Okay.
2 to wound.
Choose to wound. Wounded, AP -4, I think.
4+ invulnerable save.
I'm going to spend counterfire defense, reduces all damage to 1.
1 wound. Well, that's... It would have been 7. Right. So, it caused a wound. It's a bit better than Mitch's shot coming through. Dead. So, it's the 4+ invulnerable save has helped this thing out, and then a little bit of...
That's 415 points!
So these are quite survivable, not too bad. Okay. James gets reroll wounds against Titanic targets.
You can reroll failed wound rolls when targeting a Titanic unit with this weapon. That has Titanic.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Nice roll to 1. God. Okay, so we will press on with the rest of the firepower. Let Mitch fire one thing here. We'll capture this. So what is this one?
I'm going to issue reroll 1s on him to shoot with this. I guess 5 las cannon shots.
Okay, here we go. Need 4s. Yay, 2, 3 come through. 3s to wound. All 3. Oh, there's trouble here. So 5+ invulnerable save required. Just invuln save here. Carry Conquer for all the Silent King. Needing a 5+. This is Necrons. They're not going to help. Andrew Swan. No. Chris Heim. Yes. So whatever your damage is. 2d6. 8. He's got 1 wound left. This thing's almost brought down. Mitch has virtually his entire army left. So I think the days of the town are numbered here. It's about to fall. Right, Mitch can try and finish it off with a Chimera. So this is Heavy Bolter.
Wounds.
Oh no. AP -1. We'll go Dave Humphries here. Patreon. Blocked. Okay, so it's held. Using the Patrons to try and keep this thing alive.
1 wound.
No wound comes through. This is the autocannon -1. So I go Dylan Moore. Deathcore Krieg. Blocks that one as well. It's still alive. Mitch is going to have to go on to another option. 6 Heavy Bolter shots from the next Chimera. Just using Heavy Bolters to bring this thing down. 5s to wound.
1 wound.
1 comes through. This is a Longbow BB. Trying to keep the thing alive. Yes, we held again.
Oh.
Next Chimera. This thing will not die. 5s to wound.
2
Another 2. Oh, surely we're gone. Next, Luke Schwengel to try and keep it alive. It's gone. Or command reroll.
You got 2 to make as well.
Yes, we'll roll the other one. No, so it's going to go. It's gone. Does it blow up? Josh can roll to see if it detonates. Is it a 6 up, 5+?
Roll 6, please. No.
Oh, yeah, it's a 5. Okay, but it's gone. And we'll not roll the model down onto the ground. We'll just remove it from play. But the Taunar, it's appeared on the channel and it's disappeared from the channel. It hasn't lasted long. It's been caught in a crossfire here. Incredible model. No, let's just take one last look at this thing. What a sight to behold on the table. Josh, we need to get another one. We need 2.
I was thinking of getting...
Target destroyed. Guard will rejoice to see the great Titan. The tallest model that the Tau have comes crashing down. I'm sure the breaches look over their shoulder in despair. Yeah, this is not good.
Heavy bolter as well.
Right, we've pushed on to resolve the rest of the shooting phase here for the Guard. It's been a battering from the Guard here. Battered fish. It's been horrific. The damage coming through has been utterly horrendous against the Tau. One construct after another falling to the weight of to Guard firepower. It's been utterly deadly. So first of all, a squad of breachers cooked alive by tons of flamer shots coming through from the Hellhounds. We were rushing to hold the objective, but Hellhounds turned up and burnt them out entirely. So squad destroyed. Pummeled and removed from play is the broadsides across here. Loads of artillery support coming through. Other firepower coming through from... What was the targets going off? Manticores were hitting them.
Manticores killed them, but it took 2 battle tanks, the Stormhammer, and 2 Manticores to kill them.
Yeah, it took a lot. Got through the drones first. There's a 5+ feel no pain being granted on those, but in the end... And Demolisher. But in the end, they were overwhelmed. That's a key unit for the tower. They've been deadly in this battle, but they are gone. Then the Ghost kill across the other side. That was brought down and destroyed and removed. But the worst is yet to come. Firepower across here. So it absorbed tons of firepower coming through. Loads of 4+ invulnerable saves being passed. Low scores for damage coming through. But in the end, Storm Surge was toppled. It has been destroyed. So on this flank for the Tout, there's virtually nothing left. There's 12 wounds left here on the Riptide. Pretty survivable. That using the Nova Charge on the shield to give the 5+ feel no pain, plus the invulnerable save, really helping out. So we're seeing an interesting dynamic here for apocalypse-sized battles. What units survive and do well, and others that don't. So in your 2,000 points game of 40k, Hammerheads are dangerous, but in Apocalypse they do not last. They've been picked off quickly. Yes, all 4 have been destroyed. There are no Hammerheads left here. The Guard have gone after them and blown them to pieces. No invuln save, no kind of shenanigans to use to protect them. They've been overwhelmed quite quickly in this battle. Storm Surges better. Yes, it's dead, but it took a lot to bring it down. But Riptides have proved to be one of the most survivable units.
2 Shadow Swords, 2 Bane Blades.
Yeah, it was tons. Loads and loads of firepower. The infantry protected inside this has been most effective, and broadsides, Josh's broadsides across the other side have survived. The Yavara, dead, brought down. What destroyed that?
Heavy bolt of fire, I think.
30 shots.
30 shots from the command plane blow.
From him, right, it was his firepower from here, just coming through and bringing that down. Survived here with a ghost kill. Drones were stripped away, but that has survived. Yeah, so one hammerhead was taken out by the Vendetta, actually. Laser cannon fire coming through. That's the model. Just flip them over just to show you the destruction that's come through. Yeah, point it out, Mitch. What tank was it?
This Annihilator killed one as well.
Laser cannon shots come through. Yeah, taking out another one. Just the high AP just cutting through the armour on these and the damage coming through. And sadly, the third Storm Surge was brought down. I think it's Demolishers that have caused damage against that with their laser cannons and Demolisher
It was the
cannons.
in the end.
This one here...
The one that we underestimated.
No, him, right. He managed to finish off causing the last wounds on the Storm Surge. Tau are running out of anti-tank. Serious trouble. Yes, infantry. The infantry haven't attracted much attention so far. The Guard more interested in stripping away anti-tank, and they have done that very successfully indeed. It's official. The Tau are getting hammered in this fight from both directions. The Guard advance is going very well indeed. So Tau infantry, in despair, they look to the skies. They see the silhouette of a circling manta. Some help may arrive. We'll see what Tower High Command decides to do, whether the situation is salvageable or not. It is a vital link between the Tower forces to keep them linked together. Guard intent to split them in two. Tower doing their best, but they're dying in droves. We'll go on to charges, if there are any, for the Guard next, as we finish off turn 2 for the Astra Militarum. Okay, so there's no charges take place this turn, and that's the dead pile for the Tower. So that's all the stuff that's been lost this turn. We are looking at about 3,000 points chopped away from the Tower. Okay, turn comes to an end. It's been deadly. So yeah, Guard pushing on for destroying half the Tower force here. We'll go on to Tower turn 2. Ground forces will respond. Deep Strikers to arrive. Manta Strike of epic proportions about to arrive. Where do they land and what do they try to deal with? There's too many targets here, but assault they will. Commander Shadow Sun will arrive to salvage the situation for the Tower. Tower turn 2 coming up next. So we're on turn 2 for the Tower. So much has happened already. Everything in this game is on the table. All the reserves have arrived for the Tower, so there's no reserves left to come on for either side. There is not much left across this side for the Tower. Fire Warriors holding position. Breachers moving out, going aggressive with those. We may take on Yarrick across there with the stealth team. They've moved out. Holding position with all of these units across here. Skyrim Missile Defense Ship holding position. This one's backed off. We don't want to get shunted by one of the tanks across there, so we backed off there. Holding position here. Inside the Tower defensive line. Broadsides holding position. I'm sure you're wondering where the reserves are. They're up this end. We're going after James, as per usual, in our Apocalypse battles. Then shifting across here with the Riptide, behind this building. Stealth team's moved out to take on the Sentinels. Then across here, Stealth team's moved across to just under there. Ghost Kill's moved across to harass. Then, Commander Shadow Sun has elected really that the danger zone was across here, but the targets are quite limited, sort of softer hellhounds and so on. So more of a surgical strike taking place from the Tower, dropping in, uniting together in one cluster drop is this Manta Strike here. So we have Amy Almo, the overall army commander here, dropping just there. My commander, Ghost Tide. Yours, Ghost Dark Shard, has arrived there as well. He's a quadruple Fusion Blaster. I'm running quadruple Fusion Blaster as well for mine. Fire Knife configuration. Battle suits here. Tons of drones coming down with the squads. Range 12 of this. So the Hazard Battle Suit in front, just over 9 inches away with the 2 drones. And then the 2 squads of 3 here for Josh as well. And on top, my squad of 4, mixed with plasma rifles and fusion blasters. The intent is to take down armour from behind. Then around on this side, Ghost Tide has moved a little bit, but it's got to hold on to that objective. It's defiantly holding on to that objective, just on the fringe of our deployment zone. In fact, we're holding all 6 at the moment. Apart from that one, it's some distance away. It's now in no man's land across that side. Movement's done. That's it. Oh, sorry. tiger shark has arrived. We'll get a chance to shoot with that. We'll go on to shooting phase now for the Tau on turn 2. So on shooting phase here, Josh is just doing marker lights. Doing the marker lights first. So James, do a quick call out on Phoenix Lords and Patreons where they are. There's a couple have died. I'll been slain in battle there. I'll call those out in just a moment. Just so people that are tuning in know where they are on the board. Who's leading the tip of this charge? That's Ray Cross.
That's Ray Cross.
There he is.
Phoenix Lord there.
Yeah, Michael Fry's just behind. That's 2 Phoenix Lords. Yeah, then just behind is James Ashfield. Maxwell Knuckles is here inside the Storm Shadow Sword. Yeah, these two just here. This one.
Winston Adkins.
Yeah.
Then we have
Dave Matthews right there. Okay. Yeah, just giving an update of what's going on. Someone's in charge of this. Luke Stringale here.
Yeah, transport.
Pushing through on the right-hand flank
No
for
matter
the
what
guard.
rank you are doing your duty.
Chris Comiskey's there. That's where he's located, Phoenix Sword, at this point in the game.
Comiskey's flying the...
Oh, he's also flying the guard flyer as well, the Vendetta. Also, yeah, so some casualties have come through. So sadly on the guard turn, we lost Chef, destroyed, Martin aka Vagabond across here, gone as well, and Longbow BB on long strike taken out also. So Phoenix Sword's been picked off by the guard here in this game. So we'll kick off firepower here. Fusion Cascades, 2d3 shots, 4 shots. We'll use the marker light hit, so 3s. We will, oh man, we'll Tau command. Okay.
Tau symbol.
3 4s to wound, strength 8, toughness 8. Come on. Yes, 2 go through. AP minus 4, 2 saves a 6 plus. This is the crisis hazard battle suit. No, 2d6 damage. 7 wounds caused.
Armor Bane or anything like that?
No, we need to get within range 6 for these. They're range 12. Yeah, I'll do my drones.
5 to wound.
2 wounds, no minus. Oh, yes, -1 now.
-1.
Yeah, 2 saves of 3 plus. Passed. Okay. So pressing on with firepower, go for my commander here. Ghost Tide will fire. Quadruple fusion blaster for this game. Looking for 2s. Re-rolling our hit rolls for our warlord trait. Aha. We re-roll wounds as well. Precision of the hunter. Re-roll. They've all hit. They've all wounded. They've all gone through. 4d6 damage. So Patreons here. This is Nicholas Lucas. This is 4d6 damage. Go 1. I'll leave that to the side. I might command reroll it. And the next Patreon. Marcus Anthony. So Marcus Anthony. 2. And the next one. Martin, aka Vagabond. 5. That's better. Come on, I've got to chop this armor. Come on. Drew Gums. 3. Okay, I'll command reroll this one. 3. Okay, so on 6, 11, 12, 13 damage coming through from the commander. Yeah, that's friendly. We'll work together. So shots coming across here. This is Josh's commander. Dark Shard. Yes. His configuration is identical to mine, so it's quadruple fusion blaster.
The alternating fusion blaster is actually got to be into him because it's only 12 inches.
Right. Oh, this is like a relic.
It's like a relic. Yeah.
Right, so you can split up 3 shots into their regular fusions and then the alternating into that one.
And that's what looks like 4 literal fusion blasters, brother.
Modelled correctly.
Learn from your friend.
Yes.
Literally 1, 2,
2, 3, 4.
Where are the other 2 on yours?
But they're stealth fusion blasters. They look like something else. It's to deceive you.
3 and 10.
Here we go.
2s.
Yes.
And then 3s? No,
4s, yeah.
4s re-rolling.
Rerolling, same, yeah, precision of the hunter. They all go through, they glide through the armour.
Save.
3d6 damage.
3d6.
Yes.
8.
Almost. 12. Oh, 1 wound left.
Should I re-roll that one?
CP reroll. Yes. Got him. Does he detonate, James? We have picked off a Bane Blade. Oh dear, whatever way this game goes, that's a good result.
Yeah, Devin Matthews' Bane Blade is gone.
For glory!
Well,
Please explode.
Oh no, it's blown up, James! And look at it, it's in the middle of everything. Oh, what a mess.
2d6 radius.
Oh no, just roll low. Oh, it's 5. Oh boy, it's going to catch him. That's just made Josh's day here. Oh dear, exploding Bane Blade. And him. Oh dear.
By the Emperor.
What kind of damage is it?
D6.
D6. Oh, you'll be right. D6 on here.
D6 mortal wounds.
2.
Wounds down to
Okay.
24.
Yeah, the rust across here. In the middle.
D6. That's
4.
4.
Nice. Drops to 8. 8 on him, yeah.
And
The Titan, some damage.
Oh, it's got 50 wounds.
50 wounds. And it can take 5.
That's 45.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, he served well. He was heading that direction, but Tau decided to attack on the flank.
Lord Devon Matthews for your support.
Okay, 1 Baneblade gone. 6 to go. Alternating fusion blaster here into the Baneblade. So looking for a 2. Looking for a 4. Reroll. Oh no, not gone through. Okay. So we'll go Samuel Penanera here. This is to help out Amy Almo as she shoots across here. Commando Shadow Sun. Looking for 2s. Looking for 4s to wound. We'll take the Tau Sept roll now. Yes. AP -4. Straight 2d6 damage. 7 wounds come through. So dropping down to 17 wounds left on this Baneblade. It should be in...
Baneblade.
The Super Blade. Oh, this is your Super one fresh off the painting desk.
Well,
It's been around for a while.
around for a while.
Okay. I'm going to fire this little cluster of Crisis battle suits at it. So there's a couple of stratagems being used on this squad here. We're going to use the Markerlight for starters to give us +1 to the hit rolls. We'll then use...
Drop.
Yeah, well, we could just go to her reroll 1s for core.
Yeah.
Just use that. So we'll save the CP on that one. What we will use is the Tau Sept stratagem, which will give us +1 to the wound rolls. That's 2 CP for that one. Okay. Yeah, focused fire it's called. It's specific to Tau Sept. That gives us +1 to the wound rolls against this Baneblade. So we'll go plasma rifles. Looking for 3s. They've all hit. 4s to wound becomes 3s to wound. 3 make it through. They're AP -4. So it's going to be 9 damage being taken here. So 8 wounds remain. Now it's down to the fusion blasters. I have 3 of them in the squad. 3s. Rerolling 1s for Shadow Sun, personally directing their firepower. Oh, double 6. Must have hit the engine compartment. 3s to wound. Yes, they all go through. And 3d6 damage. Is it enough? Yes, 9 damage caused. She's gone. Or he's gone. Whatever. It's going to go. Gone. Destroyed. Another Baneblade gone.
General Adkins.
Removed from play. KOYO. So we'll press on. There's more firepower to come. There's Josh's 2 Crisis squads. There's the Ghost Kill as well as firepower continues in the front and behind against these Russes now. Right, okay, so we're going to go here. It's Fusion Collider and Double Fusion Blaster. So single Fusion Blaster shot into here. These shots have been spread all over the place. That's missed. You could tower it if you want to. We'll do it now. It hits. 4s to wound. This will cause trouble if it wounds. It doesn't. Josh is going to use his...
No, I'm not going to command reroll it. And I'll tell you why. Because I want to use time.
Okay. Next one.
Next one.
Him.
Yep.
Hits. Come on, get the wound. Oh.
Yeah. No.
Gonna leave it?
Yep.
Okay, and then 3 shots with the Fusion Collider on this fresh Russ. Need 4s, that's good. And then you've...
Finally.
A wound comes through. So you go straight through the armour. It's within half range. For the Fusion Collider, it's a bit longer. So it's D6 +2. Okay, 5 casualties, 5 wounds. Yeah, so for command rerolls, we get 1 per player per turn. So Josh holding on to that for now. Okay, so there's a triple combination going on here. Cyclic Iron Blasters, Fusion Blasters, Plasma Rifles. Josh is going to split them up amongst these tanks here to try and take out all 3. They're all damaged, so we can try and split the firepower. So 4 CP being spent, so +1 to the wound rolls and +1 to the
hit roll.
hit roll as well. Yeah, that's drop threat acquisition and then also the coordinated firepower come through as well. Josh is able to use those 2 stratagems. Each player is able to access the stratagem once per turn. So he's going to split firepower up. So which is going where?
Okay, so it's 3 fusion, 3 plasma, 3 cyclic.
Right, go ahead. Here we go.
So,
If this works, this will really be good. So we'll see what happens.
3 plasma. Get to
You could tower it if you want to.
It's +1 to the hit roll, isn't it? No.
Yes.
Okay, so
Or you maybe save it for the wound.
yeah, I'll save it for the wound.
Here it comes. 3s.
Yep.
Make it
2,
-4. James, 2 saves of 6+ on this Russ. Otherwise, it's going to go. Yeah, James has to get a 6 here. 6 damage coming through. He's on 5 wounds left. So 1 Russ on the verge of destruction here.
Come on,
It's a classic Tau ambush. A very precise Manta Strike coming through. James using Patreons to try and get 6s.
David Iverson, the Emperor.
No.
And Jacques Boulet, Zach Butler. No.
No. Does it blow up? He's lost another tank. He lets out a sigh of despair.
No.
No, okay, so target destroyed.
3 fusion blasters.
Okay, triple fusion blaster, 3s. Got them. Oh man, it needed those stratagems.
Oh,
No wounds.
No.
What can you do? Command reroll or Tau?
Tau set.
Tau sept it. Yes, +1 to the win rolls.
Oh yeah, it's +1 to the win rolls. That's
Eesh, one comes through.
-4.
-4, 6 up save required. James will turn to patriotic helpers. As they try, they've been really stretched in this game.
Come on,
Extreme rolls needed.
No!
1. No, D6 damage.
6.
6. Oh, popped him. He's gone. Does he blow up?
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone. He's only 4 wounds left. And he blows up as well. Oh, nightmare.
So, been 3 inches.
Don't know, it's him. He's popped. So, him, D3.
D3.
For
3 more.
Oh, nice.
And on my ghost kill.
Ghost kill. Take 3 more.
Ghost killer take 3. Dropping down to 9.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah. That's him destroyed. And then for Josh to go for the triple.
Cyclic ion. I'm going to
It's overcharge.
get yeah, I'm going to overcharge.
He'll take mortal wounds, but I don't think he'll be too fussed about that. It's the destruction of these tanks.
One more to win.
It's fine. Yeah, we'll go for it, yeah. 3s. This is good.
Strength 8, toughness 8.
3s to win then, because of your +1.
+1. Oh wow.
God.
So that's,
And the AP minus on this one?
it is minus.
It's probably -1 or 2. -2. So James saves of 4+.
7.
7 saves of 4+. This could be it. This could be the triple kill here.
First one, Ben Wydern. No.
No.
Thank you, Ben. And we have Anthony Leach. No. Oh, come on.
You're dead, James.
Come
You're
on,
dead.
please
James, he's gone. James, he's gone. He's gone.
Two
It's
damage.
2 at a time. You've got 4 wins left. You can roll to detonate if you want. No, right. Well done, Josh. Deadly stuff. 3 Russes gone. Oh dear, it's carnage in this corner. This is a nice place to be for the town. So pressing ahead with this man to strike. It's the squad on top now. Cyclic iron blasters across here. Fusion blasters and plasma rifles into this one.
More plasma.
Right, okay, so
Crisis battle suits on ambush are utterly deadly.
fusion blasters first. Tau set reroll.
Here comes the Tau Sept. Yeah, he's going to do it.
Yep.
Force to wound. Oh, pain. No. Tough to say.
Charge for
Plasma rifle.
I mean, it's got stompy legs.
4s.
1.
1 comes through. -4. James is a save of 6+. And
Patron time.
next one.
Alexander Geith.
Okay. 6 required.
No.
No. 3 damage taken. Dropping down to 9 wounds left. Cyclic Iron Raker. Oh, sorry. This is Cyclic Iron Blasters.
4s.
4s for hits. So it goes up to Strength 8 on overcharge.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. Force to wound. 3 saves, James, at -2. 3 saves of 4+. James must pass 2 at least, otherwise another rust will go. He's firing at the damaged one there with just 4 wounds remaining.
Okay. I call upon another patron.
James burning through his Patreons here.
Jesse Patton.
Okay.
No.
No.
Let me tell.
They have. They're not getting the results here.
Sorry. How many others?
One more to make.
One more.
Well, there's 2 more, but this one will kill you if you don't make it. Got him. All right. Do you explode? He's dead.
Save the command point. No. Okay. It's dead.
He's gonna go. Oh, James is getting.
Here?
No, it's him.
On that one.
James is getting a bit despondent on this flank here. It's a bit of a wipeout taking place. So 5-power cross here is now finished. It's been highly accurate, deadly. It's been an excellent result here for the tower. Press on. There's not too. Well, there's a fair bit of firepower to come. We'll go on to the Tiger Shark next. We'll see what target that decides to go after. Josh may want to pick on another Baneblade.
Here we go again.
He is. You are?
Click on the shadow.
Right, he's going after the Shadow Sword. This is one across here. Right, so firepower here. All the main heavy weapons from the Tiger Shark are going to go into here. Burst Cannon's going to try and pick off the last few wounds from the Michael Fryer. Demolisher is the aim.
6 Seeker missiles.
6 Seeker missile shots to start off with. What does it hit on this thing?
4s.
It is 4s.
It is 4s. Rubbish.
Okay, yeah, not so good.
So that's
Okay, might save the tower. Oh,
no,
don't know.
I'll
Save
save
it.
it.
Save it for a wound roll. 3s to wound though. Strength 9. 2 go through. -3. 2 saves are 6+. James.
Yep. Box cars. Here we go. Oh, no,
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes. It's dead.
43 damage. Yeah, take it away. 6.
4, 5, 6.
6 damage. Dropping down to 8.
So 20 wounds.
All right, starts on 26. Yeah, 20 wounds left. Okay, 20 wounds remain. This is it. This is your
The
railguns.
heavy rail cannons.
Heavy rail cannons. Hitting on 4s. Tau Sept. Oh, okay.
Command point.
Command point. Okay, that's what you saved for. I just see what he's doing. It's
Strength.
got to be more than strength 8.
It's more than that. Strength 14.
Strength 14. 3s to wound. Big roll. 2 make it through.
AP minus.
Must be AP minus 4 or better.
It is -5.
Minus 5. Damage.
6. So you've taken 12.
12 straight away.
Plus
Plus what?
D3 mortal wounds and D3 damage.
Ooh, Merry Christmas. Okay, so we're looking for.
Celebrate Christmas.
So we're looking. Yeah, 4d3 in total. This is a mixture of mortal wounds and damage, and it's 8 is the score that's needed, and that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One wound left. One wound left.
Come on!
Does anyone anywhere can fire a shot?
Like the volcano cannon.
No.
It's got the best cannons.
It's all right. It's going to die. It's got 1 wound left. There's other things that can see and are in range. That's not a problem. But that's really good shooting from the tiger shark. That is excellent. Good to see. That's the debut shots for it on the channel. It almost took out the shadow sword. We'll press on. More firepower to come. Yeah, Josh is going to fire the tower. It's across there. James failed to take it out, so we're just looking for a wound. That's all we need.
Pulls.
2 hits. Brilliant.
Strength.
3s to wound. It must be 3s to wound. That goes through. That goes through. It's dead. James, roll a dice to see if it blows up. It's
can I
gone.
do?
Nothing
I
you can
can't
do.
save it.
No.
What's the AP minus?
Like 4.
4 or 5.
And it's D3.
I was taking minus
it's D3
5.
mortal wounds as well.
No, it's long gone.
Oh, here we go.
It's gone, James. Let it go.
I'll let the dice go.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. That's the 3 Bane Blades at this end of the board gone.
Knuckles.
Gone. Oh, boy.
Thank you for your support, comrade.
Whatever happens in this game, the Tau will probably lose here. We're not going to be able to hold at the other end, but oh, dear, some sweet revenge we've had at this end of the table. James will make sure the Tau lose here with what's left of his force. James, have you just notched up another level on the hatred scale? He hates the Tau. Oh dear. Okay, we'll press on. We'll carry on with Tau shooting. So firepower has continued across here. Tau infantry giving a good account of themselves. Combining firepower with the broadsides across here, we cracked open all 3 of these Chimera transports. Skyray missile defense ships also helping to crack open those vehicles with their Seeker missile shots coming through. Infantry squads, the Borgrins disembarked. The 2 10-man squads that disembarked here, they were taken down by burst cannons across here and then pulse rifle firepower cutting the infantry down. So effective enough. Tau firepower from the infantry, particularly effective. Yeah, Mitch can remove those from play. We'll just flip those over to show you the damage that's been done. That one's been destroyed as well. So Tau just having to fight with a limited force here, just trying to hold back the guard as much as possible, with much of the destruction taking place at the other end of the table. James and Josh still resolving their firepower as we head towards the end of Tau firepower on turn 2. It's been a good response from the Tau though, it's been deadly. So firepower's continued to come in. So call it out here, what's happened? We've dropped to 6 wounds on Michael Fryer, still alive. Raycross untouched, a bit of a blindside going on here. He's going for a rush up this side of the board. This tank's been destroyed. This is a fallen Patreon. James Ashfield. Yeah, taken out. How's he destroyed?
Oh, he blew up, didn't he?
Oh, he detonated. Oh dear, right. He was destroyed. He caused mortal wounds, dropping down to 11 on this one.
Blew up for glory.
For glory. Always for glory. So that model can be removed from play. We'll give you an idea of the dead pile for this turn. This Apocalypse battle has dropped down to about 7,000 point game now, each side, with the destruction that's been done. Sentinels gone. Marshal Cummings.
Reconnaissance battalion commander.
Finally removed from play.
Well. So
Okay.
all my scout sentinels have been destroyed.
Removed. Okay. And swinging around here, we've seen the destruction of the Russes coming through from here. Any further damage to report? There's a couple of wounds been dropped off this Chimera, dropping down to 9. And that's about it. But that's the state of play at this stage. The spearhead continues from both sides, but boy, has it been blunted, especially across here. We'll remove casualties, show you the dead pile. I don't think there's going to be any charges from the tower, but we'll finish off this turn for them on turn 2. Okay, so no charges take place. Models have been removed from play. I'll just pan around here to show you the devastation that's taking place.
Where is my
army.
It's been thinned out something wicked at this end of the board. Tau have taken heavy damage though. If we're wondering if they've done enough to stem the tide of the Guard coming in. Mitch still looking strong on this side for sure. So it has been a good response from the Tau. We're going to go on to turn 3 now. The main intent of this game was to get to turn 3. It looks like we're going to go into turn 3, which is good news. I'm not sure if we can press on further than that. We'll see how time goes. Sometimes another thing to observe about Apocalypse games, you get like a peak, a breaking point in an Apocalypse battle where there's like an overload of so much stuff to do. We've reached that point and gone beyond it. Turn 2 was the big turn with all the stuff on the board. But with the utter destruction that's taking place, the game is scaled down now, and so we'll hit a quicker flow with what's going on. But Shadow Sun to the rescue? I think so. It certainly has helped over in this corner. There's a big distraction for the Guard to deal with. What does James do? Does he press on with his assault? Or does he turn his attention to the battlesuit drop at this end? Mitch, a bit more straightforward for him. He can press on with his attack. Plenty of armour that remains, at least the tanks that can fit through the through the buildings. But the assault can continue. And press on towards Tau objectives. The battle rages. It's undecided at this stage. We'll head on to turn 3 for the Astra Militarum next. Okay, so moving on turn 3 for the Astra Militarum. Mitch continuing his assault, so vehicles pushing through. Ballgrins, they've got a target now. They're going to go after the breaches across here. Yarek's going to go. We went for firepower, ignored Yarek. He's going to close in with his Crabby Claw against the stealth team. Just a general advance from the tanks, so the orders remain the same, just to keep pushing forwards and to gain ground. This Russ has reached to here, it's Demolisher, but the Hellhounds are broken in. 2 are moving up the road. I think the intent's to burn out the Tau infantry here and to lap around in this direction. The other one's reached the road. Mitch winning here, Mitch in command of these. He's almost reached the halfway line, so the furthest penetration here is from Mitch's side with the Hellhounds. Air support, though, moving through. James has shifted the Vendetta across in this direction. There's infantry inside there. There's infantry inside this as well, which is now pushing right around this corner. Veterans inside.
Get the job done.
2 Demolishers taking up position here. Russ, Sentinels. This moves, apparently, 20-inch move from this thing. So James, instead of going after the Tau drop assault, he's running away, manoeuvring.
Your firepower over there.
He's
we want
abandoned.
To the objective.
James is sticking to the
it's all
objectives.
about the objective for the glory of the Emperor.
So James is pushing through in this direction. He's keeping the objective in mind, but in so doing, instead of dealing with this Tau threat, it's James that now finds himself in the middle of a Tau sandwich. There's Tau here. If we can hold across here and attack from here, and catch James in the middle, there could be trouble. This is pressure on the guard in this turn. If they do well, they can break the tower. If the tower can weather perhaps one more storm, the tower could swing this game around. If this assault is blunted, it will have disastrous, or implications at least, for Mitch across the other side, because the tower will then be able to unite their forces and turn all of their resources in that direction. So the game truly does hang in the balance at this stage. Movement was quick enough, as much less on the table at this stage, but still plenty here as the battle rages on. The intensity continues, the fight escalates further at this point in the game. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the guard, turn 3. Alright, so shooting phase here, pressure's on with the guard. Much of the firepower's been done. I want to capture a little bit on film here as James's Titan prepares to fire. It hasn't shot yet, but burning out the tower across here. This squad is gone. They've been burnt out entirely by the Hellhounds as they continue to lap around on this flank. The tower has fallen, it's gone, it was destroyed in the middle, finished off by one of Mitch's manticores. Other wounds coming through from, I think, battle cannons and laser cannons from the tanks as they pushed forwards. Yes, broadsides, all three. The drones were stripped away first, and then all three broadsides succumbing to Imperial firepower. Much of it was coming from this direction across here, again, as the Leman Russes pushed forwards. And then my broadsides across here, my squad of 2, they've been destroyed and gone. Fire Warrior squad across the other side. They've laid the models down, but there's 2 of them and the DS8 turret left, but 8 of them slain. Firepower coming from the guard vehicles. Also, nasty stuff. The Tiger Shark remains alive. It's on 14 wounds remaining, but James, I think, is about to fire the Titan into that. Riptides, yet again, solid here and difficult to destroy. 8 wounds left on that one, 9 wounds left on that one. The 2 of those remain. Both stealth teams have been wiped out. They're gone. Squad here, destroyed. This objective here now lost. Where's that Chimera gone? What have you done with it? It's broken through.
Full throttle, because you initially ordered to...
Up and over the sandbags. Look at that. So James catching up with Mitch, a matter of inches. But Mitch still the closest to the middle. But James trying to break right through the centre with the Chimera. There's a squad inside there.
Sure is.
Oh, of veterans. Is that your customised kill team? It could be.
Sure
Yeah, it could be that squad that's inside. And the tank's continuing to shoot. So we'll go round to the other side here, and James can fire his Titan as he attempts to bring down the Tiger Shark. He'd be happy to see this fly brought down. So we've got a player. Mitch has held off with some of his artillery, which is waiting to see what kind of damage the Titan can do. So it's over to James.
Right, I'm going to call upon CJ Velasco for the rate of fire.
Yes, this is the plasma.
Supercharging into that.
Oh no.
Mega bolter into him.
Got it. Okay, here we go.
And have a command reroll and standby.
Number of shots. Big roll.
Whoa.
Joking, 10. Well done, James.
Thank you, CJ.
Here come the dice. 10.
45 wounds, that means hitting on 3s, because it's -1 for flyers.
3's for hits.
So I take 2 mortal wounds, and that's it. So I'm
That's
down
fine.
to 43 wounds.
Okay. 50 wound model. Ridiculous.
5 have hit their mark.
Yes.
This is strength 10,
Toughness 8.
3s to wound. That is 20 damage.
Wide. 5 plus invuln save, Josh. This is big. Oh, drop.
1 at a
No,
time.
okay.
5.
Yes. No. Gotta save. You gotta have to. Have to. Ah,
15 damage.
come on, reroll. Have you used it yet? Come on, reroll it. It's your last chance.
Yeah.
This is it.
No.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Ouch.
Does it
ouch.
detonate?
Yeah, does it blow up? No, it doesn't. Oh, man.
Crashes and burns.
It had a turn, but it attracted too much attention. It's been gunned down by the Titan. Good shooting from the Scout Titan. God. Right, 20 shots into the Riptide. If this goes, oh, the tower in serious trouble here. We're just running out of stuff.
Kill that riptide, I will flip over the board.
The Riptides have driven James and Mitch crazy in this game. Here we go. What a great support this thing is, though. Gives heart to the guard as they push forwards.
Hitting on 2s.
Yep, here it comes. So a few will miss, but most will go through. Strength.
6.
That 2 wasn't part of it.
5's to wound. Toughness 7. Yeah, toughness 7. 5's to wound. Well, a good roll. There's 8 wounds to try and get through. We'll probably survive this. Yay. Oh boy.
It's actually a good roll.
It's not bad.
Can't complain.
6, 7. 7 saves.
7, and what's the damage?
2.
Okay, so 7 saves, a 4+ on the shield. Well done.
Takes 4 wounds.
And then
4 wounds, and the 5 up, feel no pain.
Oh.
Okay, 3 wounds taken. Okay, 3 wounds taken. Dropping down to 6. It's still alive. God, damage absorption.
To kill that thing.
7 laser cannons into the sky right here.
3 wounds.
3 wounds come through. Where's this from? So which sky ray's gone after?
The storm hammer over here.
Over there, yes.
Back.
Into that one, okay. So 3 at -3. Yeah, now roll Mitch's ultramarine dice. No.
3d6.
3d6 damage.
Really?
5 damage taken. So 9 wounds on this one. This is the last of the firepower coming through. Mitch has just rolled double 6 the number of shots coming through. This is a battle cannon.
Twin battle cannon on the big tank.
Right.
Toughness 8.
7.
7. Oh, 3 to wound.
3 to wound. 4 saves to make it.
-2.
And what's the damage?
D3.
D3.
How many?
4.
What did I say?
That's 4, yeah.
Thing survives. 1.
Saved. Not saved. Not saved. Saved. 2d3 damage. 4 wounds.
4.
5 ups. Oh! Block 3. 5 wounds left on this thing.
Gun.
Oh!
6 shots. Sorry, 4 shots.
Just blasting away at the tower. It's the weight of firepower from the guard.
No. Oh,
3's to wound.
1 wound.
1 comes through. 4+ to block. No.
It's 2d3 damage, I think. 4.
4. Feel no pains. 1. 2 wounds left. So it's finally going. These are the last of the bastions for the tower. If these last few riptides go, the tower don't have much left in this sector at all. Manticore to come through. This is number of shots, 8. These are firing from all the way across here at the back. They're 120-inch range. They're zeroing in on this thing.
Just destroy it.
He's doing it. James is firepower exhausted. Mitch is supporting James with artillery firepower. 3 wounds just to try and block. 4 ups. This thing's going to go to make it through. 6 damage. And it's the end. Josh rolling just a couple of dice. It's gone. Does it explode? Doesn't really matter if it does. Okay, so Riptide gone. Ah, one of those things is destroyed. This flank starts to collapse now. The tower don't have much left apart from some infantry across here. This sector is about to fall. Yeah, Praetor here, just try and wipe out what's left of these
5,
fire warriors across here.
11, 12. Hope my maths is right.
Okay, and then we're looking for
Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mitch counting the dice.
Maths is terrible. Yeah.
He's got it. Here it comes. 4s.
Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1.
1s, because main stationary, yep. Poe Farm is going as the Cadian regiment.
Okay.
2s or 3s?
Strength 6 or 7.
2s to wound.
2s. What is that? 6?
6, yep. -2 across here. I think these are going to go. That's the end of them. So that's that squad wiped out. That's that objective lost across here as well. There's not much left here for the tower.
James, 1 manticore left with flat 3 damage. What do we fire at?
How many wounds have they got though?
9.
9. Oh.
It's unlikely to kill that.
Can breach open.
It's the last of our tough. That's the last tough battle suit that we have. It will break the hearts of the tower if that thing goes.
Breach open the defences if you want.
This is the last of the shooting here for the guard.
Unless you want to take
Just capturing their deliberations here as they consider what to do.
They have done nothing the whole game.
Skyray missile defense ship is more vulnerable.
How many wounds that got left?
It's got 9 left. No feel, no pain. So 3 successfuls will bring it down.
Or kill the defence system.
So here, yeah, he's going for the Skyray. 10 shots. Uh-oh.
I think this is 10.
Good shot allocation here from the guard throughout this game. They have done well. They picked on the right targets.
Oh, it's gone under there.
The question is, have we done damage?
Damage is horrific here. There's not much left. Just tower infantry, really.
3s. 1, 2, 3, 4.
-2, isn't it? 5s. Block
Flat
1.
3 damage.
There it is. We're burnt out on CP, so vehicle destroyed. Doesn't detonate, but Skyrim missile defense ship is gone. So firepower complete. We'll go on to charges, resolve combats. We'll get that done, and that'll round off the turn here for the guard. Yeah, it's combats taking place. They've been resolved. Morale's been resolved across here. Bullgrins went in. We did no damage in return. 4 slain. Morale passed. Across here, we actually got a load of hits and dished out a load of damage against Yarrick. He's got 2 wounds left, and he killed one of the stealth members, which will be one with a burst cannon instead of the one with the fusion blaster, and that is combats resolved. So situation now, this defence is desperate now from the tower. Look at the ethereal, nobly standing in defiance, awaiting help that may never come. It's sad. I'm shedding Eldar tears as I see this defence begin to collapse for the tower. This is the grisly part here, where defence starts to collapse and the wholesale slaughter of infantry takes place. James loves it. He loves it. Across here, Shadow Sun's attack was effective, but look at the distance. They are miles away from the centre of the board. Turn comes to an end. Guard have done well. They've battered the tower once again, but we'll press on. We'll go on to tower turn 3 as the defenders fight on and relief some distance away, but we'll see how fast and how quickly that battlesuits can move as they try to remedy the situation. We'll go on to tower turn 3 next. Alright, so movement for the tower on their turn 3. Not much going on here. We've elected to stay in close combat. I think there's a strategy where you can shoot whilst you're fighting, so we'll do that though with the breaches. The intent is just to hold those Bullgrins up for as long as possible. We'll stay in combat across here with battlesuits, so we can shoot into close combat with those. Holding position here, the Ethereal and the Cadre Fireblade have given out their orders and blessings. We'll hold this position for as long as we can. And across here, again, the Tower Infantry will hold position inside the defence network. Then there's nothing left across here for the tower. The journey towards the centre of the table has began, but I think it's going to be too little too late. But the crisis group has moved as one, pushing forwards. Some units making advance rolls just to get further up the board. Ghost Kill on the move, just hopping across, and we'll lend some firepower and support in this direction. Remaining stationary with him, and then now with the suits moving up, his span around is going to lend some support across that way. So that's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the tower on their third turn. So we'll go here. Tronic dice being used for a number of shots, and we'll do the shooting here as well. This is the artist formerly known as Vij, firing across here into the back of this fresh Chimera. So this is the number of shots, which is 3. Then we will try and hit. So 3 shots coming through. We'll use up one of the marker lights on here. These have been put on by Josh's drones already. So that is 1 hit coming through because it's -1 to hit rolls. Because we advanced, we had to advance him to get in range. I'll tower step to this one. Okay, so we've got 2 hits now. 3's wound. No, failed. Okay, so that's the hazard battlesuit done. Yeah, Josh doing his firepower at the same time here. So we've got fusion guns. Okay, 3 of those. Using the marker light, so 3s.
3s. Reroll.
Okay. 2 wounds come through. 2 saves of 4+, James. Or 2 saves of 6+, -4. Yeah, 2. Yeah, and then 6 is nope. And the range on that could be 9.
2d6.
9 will do. Don't even need the pluses. That's gone. So destroyed. Doesn't detonate, but rust removed. This is plasma rifle shots. They've been declared into the Chimera. So
No, I've already done it.
3s, 2 go through, 6 damage, dropping down to 4. Strength 8. -4. Yeah, plasma rifles are vastly improved now. Used to be strength 6.
And then the cyclic, there's 3.
It's 1 shot, isn't it?
This is cyclic iron blasters. So 3s. This is a good roll. This Chimera's going to pop.
You'll find out.
It's going to go. 3s to win. 6 saves at -2.
6 saves, -2.
Yep. There's 4 wounds left on this thing.
So 5s.
No, it's dead. Does it blow up?
What's the damage?
2 damage.
2 damage a time, yes.
Doesn't explode.
Okay, Chimera gone.
Inside.
Yeah, there's a vet squad inside. So firepower here, we've seen the destruction of these vehicles. That's the squad that's disembarked. 2 casualties taken. There is a problem now, and again, this is distance, so the battlesuits are moving as fast as they can, but there's a lack of targets across here.
I wonder where we're going to move to.
Veteran squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there's more firepower to come. Tau have some shooting here, some longer range stuff, but already running out of targets in this zone. We'll press on, more Tau firepower to come. Okay, so shooting phase has been resolved. There's not much resistance coming from the Tau now. We used a stratagem to fight into close combat, caused a couple of wounds. One of the Bullgrins down to 1 wound left. Yarrick was slain, but may get back up. That was a fusion blaster taking him down. As across here, the Chimera and Veteran squad wiped out. The transport was cracked open first, and then the Fire Warrior teams mopped up the veterans that emerged.
Stands.
Cadia yeah, the Veteran squad made it to the sandbags, but they lasted only seconds in front of the Tau gun line. Across here, that Hellhound's been destroyed. That was a Skyray missile defense ship taking that down. And then across here, firepower from these units. 4 fusion blasters took out the command party. They were obliterated by firepower coming from the Crisis battle suit squads. So that is shooting phase complete. No charges to take place, but there is the ongoing combat against the Bullgrins. So Mitch will make his attacks. He's rolled his hits.
2's to wound.
2's to wound. There's 5 of them.
No, makes me strength 6. No, 7. Yeah, it is 2's to wound.
Yeah.
So 5 wounds.
Minus?
-1.
-1. So 5 ups. We blocked 2, so 3 of the breaches slain. We're losing this fight here, but we will attack back. 1 attack each, then 2 for the squad leader. Looking for 5s. 1 hit comes through. No wound, and that's it. No resistance from them at all. So there'll be morale to do, which we have passed. Needing a 7. Got a 7. Yes. 4 and 3. Yeah, so we pass. We hold for some reason. Okay, the intent was just to hold those Bullgrins back. They are a nasty unit. Breachers selling their lives dearly here against the advancing guard. So Tau turn 3 comes to a rapid end, really. Not much has gone on. It's pretty quiet along here. There's not much Tau resistance left. Just some infantry fighting away. Almost trying to ignore the tanks. Just firing other softer targets, but they can only ignore the tanks for so long. The might of the Imperial armour continues to roll. We'll go on to turn 4 for the guard. Next, as they seek to cut off the head of the Tau. Okay, so moving for the guards, you can see they've lurched ahead once again. The melee continues across here. Yarrick did get back up, so he'll continue fighting on. But these Hellhounds now penetrated right into the Tau defensive line, crossing over and above. And now main battle tanks crossing over the embankment as well. And also the Super Heavy starting to push through in this direction. There's more Russes flooding around over on that side. This Super Heavy's breaking through as well. What's this one called?
Stormblade.
The Stormblade. I remember the Stormblade from Epic. Yeah. Was it? I think it was a model in the Epic range. I used to really like the look of that one, but that's it in the 40k scale. Then across here, this is the Malcador, has now claimed this objective. That Demolisher has claimed that objective across there. So 2 objectives have fallen. Mitch intends to, he's moved this vehicle up, intends to burn all of these out and then claim that central objective. Yes, James, we're coming to it. This veteran squad has disembarked from the Valkyrie and has claimed that central objective. That squad's moved up and has claimed that objective. And the Raycross Demolisher has claimed this objective here. So which objectives do we hold for the Tau?
Jack all.
We don't hold it.
We don't hold any. Oh dear, oh dear. Titans moved up.
You hold this one.
Yeah,
Hold that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
for now. Okay.
now.
Minutes remain before all the objectives fall. Titans moved across, 20-inch move. It strides quickly across the battlefield. Russ is in support. Sentinels on the move as well. 1 Russ left here in the middle on the move. Not much left here for the guard. There is a big no man's land, big gap now between the drop suit assault here from the Tau and then what's left of James's force over here. James, your army's taken an absolute battering.
Well, what do you expect from the army group?
God, yeah, they've
We're just
taken.
headed the next wave.
They're acceptable losses.
Yes, I think Mitch has fared well. He's a lot
The whole army ganged
a
up
lot
on
of-
me. What do you expect?
As with every apocalypse, James, we always go after James in these games. We'll go on to shooting phase for the guard. It is literally a mopping up action in the middle as the Tau continue defiantly to hold on. Their noble conduct and behaviour is to be admired by all factions and races. They'll die where they stand. So number of shots is being re-rolled. That's an order from the commander.
Yeah, we'll re-roll that.
So Mitch is going to re-roll.
4.
So 4 shots. This is 2d3, and this is the shadow sword.
Yeah, on
It's going into here. I'm going to try and bring down the last battle suit here.
2 hits.
The Riptide. 3s to win. Or 2s.
Toughness?
Toughness 7.
2s to win. 2 wins.
2 wounds. Invuln saves Josh. Quite important. Foul both.
Yes, James, how much damage does it do?
What's this?
Finally.
This.
The shadow sword.
That does 2d6 damage.
Oh, no, no, no.
4d6 damage.
Yeah, 4d6.
Okay. Right, that's the 10.
You don't have any
10, 14. That's 14.
It's not, no.
No, it's not Titanic now.
Reroll wound rolls.
14 wounds.
10.
18 wounds.
18.
18.
Right, 5 ups.
No, I think it's 10.
There's still more dice to roll. It's 18 wounds.
Double check the stat line, but that is the damage up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he's dead.
He's gone. Okay, that's the end of him.
D6 plus 6.
That's not good for the tower. That's the last Riptide gone. Oh no, there's nothing left. All that's left is a Skyray missile defense ship. So that was Tom Weeks of his 5 power. That's from the Shadow Sword.
This is a, what do you call this?
Oh, yes, a Phoenix Lord. That's Chris Comiskey firing, the tank commander.
Finally did something.
Well done.
3 turns.
Took 3 turns, but good shooting here. Riptide obliterated finally. Yeah, not the best of tanks, that one. For
It's so swinging. It could do loads.
it could do like, yeah, because it's damage 2d6. Just once you get those wounds come through.
You could get 6 shots as well.
Yeah.
Rubbish ballistic skill.
Invuln saves are annoying for that thing because of the low number of shots coming through. Right, so someone wants to take out the Skyray missile defense ship.
Yes. All of this tanks.
All of the
Start off with
tanks,
5
yes.
las cannons, why not?
Right, 5 laser cannon shots.
4 hits.
Yeah, Mitch just rolling all the tanks together because there is only one target now.
Threes.
Yeah, 4 wounds. Yeah, 4 6s required. No problem. Nope, 3d6 damage. And not kill us. No.
7, he's still alive.
Take 7 damage. It's double 6. That's 12 shots of Pask. Just putting the wounds on here. It's almost a waste of time doing this, but we'll count it down officially.
An extra 2 shots. 5 wounds.
5 wounds total.
AP minus 2.
Okay, we'll go for 5 pluses. That was a 6. So we block 1. 4d3 come through. This should be it. 6, 7, 8, just about. Yeah, it's gone. And do we blow up? We don't. Skyray missile defense ship is gone. This is battle cannon. This is Patreon here. Tyler Schwab. 10 shots coming through. The target is here. -1 to the hit rolls.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Tank commander.
No drones, though. You can shoot it. If the drones were there, you wouldn't be able to shoot it. Yeah, just straight -1.
3s.
3's to wound.
Oh, that's rubbish.
3.
3.
Yeah, I'll take those. -2 on the battle cannon. So save 1. 2d3 damage. 4 wounds taken. Dropping down to 5. Laser cannons come through. Hit some wounds.
Yep.
Right, we'll try and block. No, d6 damage. 5, dead, gone. Oh, stuff's going quick, as per usual here in this game. That's him gone. So all the stuff around the edges has been destroyed. Mitch will now focus on the centre of the board. This is Tyler Summers here. This is the last Patreon. Rolling to wound. This is the hits coming through against the Fire Warriors. Strength 6, 2's to wound.
2s, okay. All of them, 12.
12.
AP -1.
Oh, no. So we'll roll some. That's 5.
There's only 5 up there, isn't
Yeah.
there?
No, we're holding on. We're holding on. I don't know why. I know. I don't know why we're trying to cling on it. Just 12. Hang on. 10.
Didn't even
You're
win.
probably going to do it. That'll do. 6, gone. That's that squad wiped out, burnt out.
Perfect.
Just there. That's Tyler Summers' 5
This
power.
one on the next squad then.
Yeah.
2d6 automatic hits.
Mitch has burnt along the line for pretty much every turn of this game, from turn 2 onwards.
Clever use of hellhounds.
Oh, there's flanking force. Oh, they're burning out so many infantry here. 2's to wound.
Never put hellhounds.
3 ones, amazing. 3 wounds.
Frontline.
Saves it. Save 2. This one burnt out.
Bolter. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
AP -1.
Third one.
Damage.
Another one gone.
Do you really want to make me fire all the heavy bolters?
How much is left?
Heavy bolters.
That's got
All of that stuff.
All of this stuff.
Yeah, we'll press on. There's loads more firepower to come, but Tau are dropping like flies. All right, so firepower continues. Heavy bolters and so on, other shooting coming through. It has wiped out the infantry on top. So now the situation is, just thinking of the narrative of the game, the Tower have lost, and they've lost in a big way. The pincer manoeuvre is going to be successful. It's mostly because of this thing striding through. It's going to make the breakthrough. Mitch has so many resources across there, they're easily going to glide through the last of the tower resistance across in this direction. Tower resistance across here, facing that way, has entirely collapsed. There is nothing left to stop Mitch's force from breaking through. So it's official. They've broken through in this direction. There's a cluster of tower infantry around here. But we haven't finished the shooting phase yet, so there'll be plenty of firepower directed against them, both from Mitch's force, his artillery, and then James's firepower coming in from across here as well. So the battle, well and truly, is over. It's over for the Tower. The pincer manoeuvre has been successful. The Tower have been broken at this point. The two guard forces will connect. They will link up, and the what's left of James's army will break through, and the two sides will link up. So there has been a breakthrough at this point. The pincer manoeuvre has been successful. No doubt the guard will send further reinforcements to establish their position and start to push in either direction to separate the two parts of the tower force even further from each other. Commander Shadow's son did arrive to try and salvage the situation. We can imagine at this point, observing from such a distance, with a tear in her eye, she will give the order to these crisis battlesuits to retreat. They will fall back. They will pull away whilst they're still alive, because if that guard force turns on them, they surely will be destroyed. So Shadow Sun, from a tactical point of view, will withdraw to fight another day. The sun sets on this sector for the Tau Empire. They suffer defeat at the hands of the guard. So, lessons learnt from this battle. Tau firepower is good, but caught in a crossfire, they take heavy damage and they can be killed. They can kick out firepower, but just the battering of the guard, the tons of shots come through. The hard work from the Lehman Russ main battle tanks, the demolishers, good shooting from them. Other supporting firepower coming through. The artillery is particularly good as well. The Manticores, useful firepower coming through as well. But just the constant assault here from the guard did prove victorious in the end. It has been costly though. They have taken heavy casualties. Mitch has lost a fair bit, but you can see much of his force in good condition. As for James, well, there's large empty voids cut into his line here, but thanks to the Titan, this sector will hold as well. Then for the Tau, there were elements of good firepower. If the Hammerheads had more distance and longer range, they could have survived longer. They were destroying Liam Russ's at ease there with their firepower coming through, but they were overwhelmed at the end by effective guard firepower. This was mightily impressive to see. Mass crisis battlesuit drop with multi-commanders coming down. Their firepower was utterly deadly. They cut a large swathe in the guard, so a successful assault there, even though it did come too little, too late in the day. So it's been about 10 hours of play here. It's been a long day, but we've managed to fit this 12,000 point game into one day. As we talked about already, the way we've done that is to cut down on the infantry. So definitely been some infantry taking part in the game, but we've gone for more of a mechanised type battle, and that's meant that the movement phase was a lot quicker than it usually would be for Apocalypse. If both sides had 100 guardsmen each, it would have slowed the game right down, plus all the small arms fire, potential melees and so on. But because we've kept it mostly mechanised, that's kept the game at a good flow. It just means that when you're able to do that, you can concentrate more on the big stuff and not get tied down by the smaller models. So that's one tip that you can do for your own games of Apocalypse. Also spreading the game out. The pincer attack was good. Don't like it when there's as much, when all the fighting's in one line, but when you've got an assault happening from one end of the board to the next, and then fighting in the middle, it means we've had a spread of play all the way across this table, which is 6 foot wide and 12 foot long. So there's been 4 of us, 2 each side. Both of us know our factions quite well, so that's helped sort of pairing up and helping each other through the stats and so on as we've gone through the shooting, movement and combat for each of the factions. So big thank you for everyone coming down, for James and his guard, and then Mitch. No problem, James, it's good. And then Mitch with his impressive collection, brilliant colour scheme on these, and this tank here, it's fantastic to see it. James is going to have to get one. And then for Josh Forbes Brown for his collection, I'm looking around on the board to point to your stuff, but a lot of it's been removed. But some really impressive Forge World models being used. Good to see the Tau Na debut for that on the channel. Finally got a tiger shark onto the board. It's great to see that as well. Not just the guard with the big stuff in this game, but the Tau brought some impressive stuff of their own. And Josh, up till 2 o'clock last night, painting up this. We didn't plan to have this in the game, but he stayed up late to get it done just for this film, so well done. And it's been a nicely impressive feature on the board. The Tau were lacking defensive equipment, so that's come at just the right time. It did help.
It was brilliant.
It helped. Look, these squads are still alive, so it really has helped them. So a great cheer comes up. All these infantry are cheering. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, you kept us alive. So it was worth it.
Look behind them. Sorry.
So that's the battle. We'll call out the patrons at silver level. Get name and shout out at the end of our games. That's Anonymous, Darren Gardner, Denny Wright, Peter Goodall, William Schwarz and William. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. And keep a lookout for more Apocalypse on the channel and battle reports on YouTube, and then over on YouTube channel membership as well. If you want to support the channel and unlock more content, then do sign up and join the channel membership on the YouTube channel homepage, or follow the link below. You can also support the channel on the Patreon page, and also you can help James out by joining the Guard and his Space Marines on Patreon and over on his channel and his channel membership. Okay, so units of the game for both sides. Number of contenders. Honourable mention for the Tau, for the Riptides. Their durability was excellent in this battle. The firepower was okay, but the durability were a nightmare for the Tau to get rid of. It took a lot of firepower to finally bring them down. But Josh has said, I do agree, we're going to give it to the Tiger Shark. Just to see it on the channel, its firepower's effective enough. So that's units of the game for the Tau. Then for the Guard, honourable mention at the back line here to the Manticores. Good artillery support from them every turn of the game. 120-inch range. You could Mitch could pick on whatever targets he wanted to. Just battered them in, whether it was vehicles, infantry, battle suits, whatever it was. The Manticores took them on. But it will go to the regular Lehman Russ and the Demolishers, as here they battered the Tau one turn after the next, where the Super Heavies struggled. Massed formations of Lehman Russes did the job, and they just hammered the Tau. They blew everything in sight away and helped with the breakthrough in this sector. So that's the battle. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel. If you have enjoyed this game, then do hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. It helps the channel, helps the video. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. We will leave you with some shots of the battle. As we fade away, we'll leave it to your imagination what happens next, but I think we've got a pretty good idea. This sector is lost. The Guard have claimed this sector. The Tau will retreat and live to fight another day. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.